What is going on, guys? It's the Mad Dragon. We are doing another live stream. So much fun. Let me just double check that all of my audio and fun stuff is all working how I want it to. Hey, there we go. Right, that's what I wanted to double check, just to make sure that my audio levels were okay. Of course, this is the first time we're going to be playing this game on stream, so if anything sounds terrible or wrong, or you can't hear me, or you can't hear the game, feel free to let me know in the chat. Silent Wraith, straight in. I knew you were going to be here. I knew you were going to be absolutely up there. Excited for the stream. Me too. I'm excited. There's a lot to talk about with this game. I'm going to try and move my controller slightly further away from my microphone so people don't have to listen to clicking buttons all day. I know I said I was going to start the stream at 7, but I was like just sat here doing nothing and seeing what was going on. So we'll start early. I'm sure some people were probably waiting for it anyway and probably want to know a lot about Rugby 22. So let me just load up this on my end. I'll pop out the chat. Not sure how many people we'll have in the chat this evening, so we'll have a look. Can we have some WRC action on the stream later on, if possible? Yeah, I mean, well, we can do it now, to be honest. I have no idea what we plan to do for the stream. I imagine it's going to take a few minutes anyway for quite a lot of people to jump in, so we can... where are we going? URC. Who do we fancy? I'll chuck on an Ospreys. I've got to play as Ospreys. Who do we fancy? Silent Wraith, feel free to pick a team for the Ospreys to play. We're still on pro difficulty at the minute. I might just by the end of the stream try and up it to the legendary difficulty, but we'll see how that that gets on. This game is still. I know. No, I said 7. I mean, it's 2 minutes to 7. It's 2 minutes to 7. We're doing pretty well. Osprey Scarlets, little derby on the go. Let's get this on the way. Yeah, I've actually realised I haven't actually put in any of the videos about any of the stadiums, but none of the stadiums are very new or very interesting. They're all just the same ones from Rugby 20. I think they all are anyway. Yes, the Union Stadium, Civic Stadium. That's the one we got to see so much from the trailers. Let's pop it on, and we'll kick it off and be underway. We do have a bit of delay, so. If I ask a question, I've got to try and remember to be about 30 seconds. I think you guys are slightly behind me, but I will try my best. But I'm excited this game has come out. I've got a lot of positives from this game, a lot to rant about in this game. There's still some issues that we'll go over the course of the evening to do with this game. But I'm not sure what we actually fancy doing for the stream in particular. I thought maybe we could give it a go at doing the actual World Cup. Haven't had a go at doing that yet. Maybe do some stuff to do with the actual... my club team. I did set that up. I've sort of got that ready for the video this afternoon, and then I was like, oh, well, at least now I've got a team set up in case people want to see that for later on. We can chuck that in the stream as well. They can't design real stadiums if they have the licenses for the team. Yeah, I don't know, Silent Wraith. I thought the same thing. I have no idea why they would not have the ability to have a stadium if you actually have the license, especially for the international team. Maybe not the club level teams. See if we can just quickly get this. Oh, it's a great pick up there. Right, I've got to try and remember all the controls are going to be wrong for me now as well. Reece Webb still picking up that ball. Owen Watkin going out. Oh, can we get a little bit further along the line? Little pop pass out to Prothero. Oh, good little sidestep. Handoff. No, can't get it through on the handoff stuff. Yeah, I thought they would have the international teams. They would have all the stadiums. There must be a difference in licensing rules as to why they don't have that. I'm not really sure what that license would be as to why you could have an international team and not their stadium. I don't know why, if you were in charge of marketing at a stadium, you wouldn't want your stadium licensed in this game, because currently... my example I gave when we played Rugby 20 is like the Principality, for example. The Principality Stadium is not licensed in any game. If you go back to Rugby 2011, I believe it's still the Millennium Stadium. I don't believe it's in any of the Rugby Challenge games, and it's not in Rugby 20, and it's now not in Rugby 22. If you were working at marketing in Principality, wouldn't you be like, yeah, get our stadium in a game. Let's try and let's get some people excited about Principality. I don't know. I thought maybe someone would jump in there. Oh, we're going to lose that one, Scarlets. Off to a nice little start there. Let's just see if I can get ready for a nice little interception. Oh, he nearly managed to pick it up. I'm going to have to try and move my controller slightly out the way of this. Let me just spread my attack a little bit wider. Maybe they were just focusing on improving gameplay and graphics. Ooh, that's slightly low blow. No, the gameplay has been improved. The graphics... I mean, we'll get into that later. The graphics are a little bit 50-50 for me. I actually think the gameplay has been improved quite nicely. Oh, I've given away a terrible advantage there. Shouldn't have done that. But the actual game mechanics, I think, have improved. But yeah, the graphics, I mean, I don't know how it looks on the stream for you guys. Maybe you guys are thinking the graphics look pretty good. But, oh, I forgot it's not me kicking. Like right now, you might be able to see the hair on the kicker. It's like flickering in and out. Not really sure why that is, not really sure why they've got that. I've been finding that I feel like the players look ever so slightly blurry. I have dropped a tweet towards Rugby 22 and the guys over at Xbox just to see if anything came back, just to say maybe it just looks like it's ever so slightly out of focus. If anyone has ever studied sort of film or something or is big into their movies, if I say like rack focusing, where the focus basically changes from one object to another in the foreground, it looks to me like the focus is on the grass and not the players, which means all the players are ever so slightly out of focus. But I've seen gameplay on PC. I have seen a bit of gameplay from PS5, and it looks better, but it's still not 100% brilliant. So I'm hoping they fix something. But I'm sure plenty of people can't afford a $5 grand PC to play in ultra 4K, ultra high settings. Oh, someone's got to get him down from there. My goodness, they're just working their way through. I cannot turn over this ball to save my life here. Let's just try and get some... oh, look at this. Huge gap. Straight through. Straight through on the try. Is online already playable? Yes. Online is playable. I've played one game so far online. 6 out of 10, I would say. I think I'm being fair. I did play Rugby 20 online when it first ever came out, and it was genuinely unplayable. It was awful. It was just all over the place. Rugby 22 is actually playable. I played the game to completion. I won. I was Japan, and the guy I was playing with his own club. Some people in this game have taken this game to wild extremes. The guy I was playing has created his own club and has already got his club to have... Basically, it's a New Zealand team with some Australian players in there and Cheslin Colby on the wing. I have no idea how he has possibly managed to to arrange that already within the game being out within like 1 day. Oh, come on, get in there, boys. Someone turn over the ball. They're just going to kick this out. No, they've gone for deep kick. Big call. My fullback is incredibly slow. Dan Evans is really quick in real life. I feel like this game hasn't done him a great deal of justice. Can we get it wide to the winger? Oh, he just can't get it out. Come on, boys. Get a little bit wider. But the online multiplayer is a go. I'm not sure if I'll be able to cope with doing a stream and doing that, because it was still a little bit buggy. There were still a couple of issues with the online. You can't perform a grubber kick online. If you perform a grubber kick online, your players immediately cause a knock-on for whatever reason. I have no idea why that is, but it does happen. Oh, we've got some room here. Gotta be places to go. Somehow I've lost all my numbers. Is my attack spread wide? No, that'll be why. I feel like I couldn't really get through. Let's try and just go wide. Owen Watkin, can he get a little ball out? M. Morris, miss pass to Collins. Offload. Oh, we couldn't get it. Oh, we're going to go up the sideline here. Morris, oh, doing side steps, little dancing feet. Let's try and cut this back inside. Awful pass to Owen Watkin. Cheers for that one. Can we just keep going along? Someone get in there. Oh, they've got to have numbers to the left. There must be numbers to the left. Jack Morgan, one more. Oh, we'll go in the corner. We'll get in the corner. We'll have the try. The blurriness can usually be caused by some type of anti-aliasing implementation. I will take your word for that. I am by no means anything IT literate in almost any way. You have no idea how much effort it took me to get a stream going on my YouTube channel, because I do not know anything about games or IT or how it all works in the background. Terrible kick by me. Still trying to get this kicking system down. It's quite hard to judge. It's not as... malleable, I would say, as Rugby 20. The kicking in this game, it's much harder to actually get them in place. Oh my goodness, they've made 4 substitutions at half-time, and their wingers on half stamina. That's interesting. I haven't got the blurry on PC, but my players don't always run smoothly. Yeah, I think people have got to take it a little bit with a pinch of salt, I would say, this game. Again, it is day 1. It has come out today. They have had loads of issues. I've been following it a little bit online. They've had loads of issues. They couldn't even get it on the PlayStation Store. They've had issues getting it on the Xbox Marketplace. I still believe if you want to download it on the Xbox Marketplace in the UK, it's still on pre-order for tomorrow. So they've had a couple of issues to worry about, more so than worrying about like day one patches and stuff. But they can always improve a game. They can always make things fixed. For me personally, the main thing I'd like to fix is this sort of weird blurriness that there is there. Don't know what's happening here. We've gone into touch, but we've got no options. Ready for glitch 1 of the day. Let's see if we can... Oh, I just have to press a button, guess which how many men we're putting into the lineup there. We'll try and get that one. Collins gets it wide. Oh, there's got to be numbers going out wide. And again, oh, I didn't want the miss pass. Pass it back inside maybe. And again on the outside. No, can't get that. Right, let's just gain a bit of room so I can have a quick look at the chat. I forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, the main thing I would like them to fix is the way your AI players... Oh, that was not what I want to do. Your AI players run back, like as the fullback, to like cover defending areas. I feel like they're very, very weird, and they sort of run almost like horizontally onto... Ooh, good block there. They run horizontally with the attacking player, which does make it a little bit annoying, and it's really hard for you to judge on how to actually... how to tackle players, because the AI don't run normally. That's the main thing I'd like them to fix. I've only seen a couple of actual like glitches in the game. It's normally to do because I play this game sideways on. A lot of people play this game sort of end on, and I actually haven't had any glitches while playing it end on. So if you like playing it that way, you may find this game absolutely perfect. Oh, Prothero through. Can we get a little grubber kick round? Yes, we can. Can he keep going? He's going to go all the way to the corner of the defender. Coming across a superb tackle. What a tackle. He just saved his team there. Oh, we'll go back here to the halfway line. We'll go for a wild drop goal. No, we won't. Oh, no. Oh, it's gone terribly wrong. Like this. You see how some of my players there are running like laterally. They're like running backwards, but sort of sideways like a crab. It's quite hard to explain. You might have to be keep your eyes out for that just to see when that happens. Only really happens with the fullback, I've noticed. Not sure why. Rugby 20 didn't really have that issue, so I'm not sure why. Oh, there's got to be room now. Prothero again. Still absolutely no stamina from all of his amazing runs today. He's going to keep dodging. Can we just get on the inside? No! Reece Webb with his little blonde hair, which I think is a glitch, but is actually true, because then he went and dyed his hair blonde, so I'm not sure which one it's meant to be. Oh, can we get it wide? Miss pass. And one more. Oh, I didn't need to. I didn't need to do it. Morgan showing off the side steps. Come on, get in there, boys. No, we're still holding on for a 12-10 here. Oh, that's a good clearance, to be fair. The AI's kicking has got much better in terms of actually finding touch. They no longer just kick it dead for the sake of it, and also don't sort of... But they do aim for a couple of bounces. That one was inside their 22. They kicked it all the way to the halfway line, which was a really nice move by them. We'll just get some boys in here. You know what? We're not messing about. First game of the evening. Let's start off with a victory. We'll take 2. Whoa, loads of comments. People saying had a grubber kick issues 2 online. I actually still have yet to do the follow-up grubber kick, which I need to try and do in a game tonight just to see. Yeah, the grubber kick online is broken. Mad Dragon, are you playing on the Series XS or on Xbox One? I am playing on the Xbox One X, which at the time of release was like the most powerful console ever. Oh, there's a question? I don't know. I wasn't looking at the TV. Yeah, so I think the console should be able to handle it. The game itself is only like 12 gig. It's not a big game. And I don't think they've made a huge amount of advancements in terms of the sort of processing power used compared to Rugby 20, and Rugby 20 runs fine, absolutely smoothly as anything, no real graphical issues. So I'm not sure how they're going to fix that, but I imagine within the first week or month we may see a patch going up for that. Hopefully they regularly update it for a relatively long amount of time, unlike Rugby 20. Yes, absolutely, Sanarith, I agree with you. Rugby 20 they updated for about, I want to say 5-6 months, and then they just sort of left it alone, which was a bit of a shame. But yeah, hopefully they stick on this one a little bit more. Players class in real life. Yes, he absolutely is. The Ospreys are great in real life. Not for the past few years, but before that they were great. The AI definitely looks a ton better this time around. Absolutely. The AI has improved dramatically in this game. Again, the options, the difficulty options, where is even options to do... I don't even know where to find difficulty options is now in this. They've moved it all around gameplay. Pro, or difficulty Pro. Yeah, I haven't yet tried it on Legend. The difficulty that I found so far is if you play as a team that is probably the same rating, or I would say within about 3 or 4 rating points of each other, the game is genuinely like challenging on Pro, which is nice. You can still win a game, but you will be like that game then, 12-10. That's a much more realistic game than when we were playing Rugby 20 and we were getting like 400-0. Much more exciting, much more tense. If you play as if I was to play as Wales now, and I was going to play, I don't know, I'm trying to get someone that's sort of like Leon. That would probably be a tight game. You could probably still enjoy that a little bit. However, if we were playing like a 76 rated team, when there tends to be about 10 points difference, I am finding that I am winning comfortably, which I guess is sort of relative to the real world, but I'm finding I'm winning by about 20 points or so. So, I think you've got to take it with a pinch of salt. I think if you wanted to play as a higher rated team, probably worth checking it on Legend. I think Pro at the minute is nice for me. What else we got here? Can Rugby 22 beat Rugby Challenge 4? I don't know. It's such an open-ended question. I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of questions about what, which game is better, which one's going to be doing. It comes down to so many things in preferential choice. I think Rugby Challenge 4, from what I've seen of it, looked decent in terms of visual quality. But again, it was the 4 licensed teams, wasn't it? Really, they didn't go a lot further out than that. This one has more licensed teams. The graphics for me haven't necessarily been the best. I would like to see a little bit more. Sorry, I forgot. While we're talking, let's see what we do. Does anyone fancy? Should we try and do this World Cup? I thought that'd be fun. Who do people want to see as the World Cup? Let's try and do the league. Drop down in the comments, who people want to see. Someone realistic. Don't pick Georgia. Someone pick a normal team that we could that maybe we could have a go at trying to do the World Cup on. We'll try it on Pro, and then we can talk about the game while we're actually doing something in the background. I mean, like Stuart Hogg here. I mean, as we're talking about graphic stuff, I assume this is meant to be Stuart Hogg. I can tell enough by the facial expression it's meant to be Stuart Hogg, but the hair is so weird. The hair is like see-through, and it sort of phases in and out, and I'm not quite sure why. The character itself goes back to what I said before about it being blurry. It looks like the focus is on the word Scotland and the 82. That looks like where your camera focus is. And as if like the player is too far back and not in focus. And I really don't think it would be that hard for them to fix. So that's why I think worth holding off for a little bit just to see what they do patches-wise for this one. Scotland, Wales. Oh, Sam Jam's in as well. Eric Johnson was Scotland. Scotland or Wales? Yeah, I think it's going to be close. Alright, so we've got one for Scotland, one for... We'll do Scotland or Wales. What do people want to see? First one to hit, 3 votes. We got 2 for Wales. We need 1 more for Wales, 2 more for Scotland. Who's going to come in? Who's going to jump in with something? Who wants to see Wales or Scotland? We'll see how we get on. We'll still play Pro for now. Just to let it happen. I'll give it another sort of 10 seconds. If not, we'll just do Wales. We do actually have 13 people, and this is a lot for this channel. We really don't get too many views when it comes to doing streaming stuff. It's still relatively new to the channel, but I thought this would be a lot of fun. Can on from or other teams. Oh, 2 for Scotland. Oh, just to mix it up, we've got 2 now. Wales, we've hit Wales for 3. There we go. First one to 3. Wales has got 3. It was close. Right, now this is something I haven't actually done in this game. I haven't checked this out at all. So we'll get to learn about this a little bit. So we'll make sure you guys point anything out. So we're up against Italy. We are in a pool with someone. I don't know. Our names have scrolled past. How lovely. Schedules and standards. Have a look. We're in with Italy, Fiji and Australia. Even in a game, Wales can't not be in a World Cup with Australia and Fiji. How does that happen? Right, France, Scotland, USA, Japan, New Zealand, South Africa. Oh, there's a death group there. New Zealand, South Africa, Samoa, Tonga. Tough old fight there. England, Argentina, Ireland. There's classed as the death pool. Let's go up here. Right, team management. I assume the Wales team is going to be pretty sound. Everyone's going to be at least in the right position. I did see Jonathan Davis is actually in at the centre. George North out with his injury currently. Rhys Zammit, what's his speed up to now? 94. That's much better than in Rugby 20 when it was like 72. Callum Sheedy, Halaholo. Oh, I hate when sub-benches look like this. Whoever works at Rugby 20 needs to fix this. Sort out your benches so that people have at least semi-right numbers. Do we have... I think we need a little bit more coverage. Let's have Wainwright on for Rowlands, Gareth Davis, Sheedy, Halaholo. I think that's probably going to be good. Oh, Nick Tompkins isn't on. It wasn't Nick Tompkins, 86. Let's just quickly have a look at Jonathan Davis in comparison to Nick Tompkins. I have no idea. Nick Tompkins, less tackle turnover. Jackal rate way higher. I don't really care about scrummaging. I'm actually going to swap that out. I'm going to chuck Nick Tompkins in, and we'll give that a go. Right, let's start off with the first game. Throw off. Another thing that's been weirdly annoying me about this game has been that they don't just say kick off, they call it throw off. I have no idea what that's about, but we'll give it a go. Let's kick off. Which country has won the most European Champion Challenge Cups? Well, I've read that question completely wrong. I have actually no idea. The European Challenge Cup. No idea. England? Guess. Yes, correct. No idea. Silent Wraith, you're doing the URC League mode. The fixtures are in the wrong order. Scarlet's fixtures are like the Welsh teams, then South Africa teams, then Nothing I love more in games than when they first come out, actually finding like inconsistencies or things that are wrong in that game. I bet that's absolutely not meant to be the case, and they've done that by accident. That's that is quite funny though. They've just bundled them together. They didn't actually put up an order for it. Again, another thing. Hopefully they would fix. Hopefully that'll be pointed out to someone. It'll be nice if a colour differentiate the bench from the starting 11 to starting 15. I assume that's everything. Yeah, I absolutely agree. The bench, everything blending together is really awkward. The colour scheme in general for this game has been really awkward. The menu system's been awkward. The changing of like team players and stuff is awkward. Like they say, they're all the same colour, and it does get quite annoying just to know where you're at. I'm not a big fan of the blue diamonds to symbolise the people either. I quite like the Rugby 20 sort of dots and the actual player numbers. Oh, Josh Adams! Look at the speed! Here we go. I mean, this will be exactly sort of what I said earlier on. This is why I've only got it on 5-minute games. Italy is rated about 10 less than Wales, I think, in this game. So we might find this game might be slightly easier than some other games. Let's just get this one over. The grass texture looks nice though in this game. I actually have been quite impressed by the grass texture. The crowds all look a little bit different now. They're not just moving in unison when you're doing a kick and stuff like that. It is looking nice. It's just a bit of the open play I would like to see some of the fixes go for. Oh, let's see if we get in there quickly. Right. I have no idea what the Welsh setup is in this game in terms of... That is a wild pass by Bigger. Okay, Thomas Williams. A little out the back door pass that was absolutely not glitched at all. Okay, let's get Thomas Williams up the inside. Get a little grubber kick on. Playing some clever moves here. Oh, we still couldn't get to him. We'll put him into touch. Something I have noticed they haven't fixed from Rugby 20 is if your player kicks the ball onwards and is the first player to make the next tackle if the opponents pick up the ball, your player cannot actually pick up the ball. Or make the tackle, sorry. Which I have no idea why that is. If you change player and change back really quickly, you can actually mend that. Oh, Josh Adams, see if he's got the pace to go around the outside. Yes, he does. Little sidestep. Does them both. Oh, Josh Adams is just going to kill in this World Cup. Like real life, hopefully. in a year's time or so when we actually get to see this World Cup happen in real life. Pool C, all Southern Hemisphere. Yeah, actually. Love it when games mess up little things like that. Throw off is about as random as the... That is a great comment. Absolutely. Yeah, about as good as the UI design. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of strange things that's happened with this game. I mean, for me, the main thing is marketing. One thing that I've been actually annoyed about, like outwardly quite annoyed about, is in terms of the advertisements for this game or any of the marketing leading up in this game, they really did not... Oh god, yeah, here come the bots, here we go. It's time to try and sort this out. We've never had a stream with 14 people before. The bots don't bother anyone under 10 viewers. What was I saying? Yeah, the marketing for this game really hasn't pushed this game hard enough. And one thing that has annoyed me is that they didn't tell anyone about the digital downloads for this game. It was basically, it looked like it was only going to be coming out on... let's get Zamet down the wing here. It looked like it was only going to be coming out on PC as a digital, and that PlayStation and Xbox were going to have disc-only versions, which I sent them a couple of tweets trying to find out about it. I spoke to other people. No one's no one's replied to it. No one made a comment on whether it be coming out digitally. And now that the game is out, it is out currently on the Xbox Marketplace. It came out today. It didn't even come out straight away. It came out later on today, and it is £10 cheaper on the Xbox Marketplace than it is on disc. From the local game store that I had to get it from, which is annoying. But then on top of that, the thing you can buy on the Xbox Marketplace is for both the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X. You get both versions for one price, and it's £10 cheaper than I paid for a disc. That if I put this disc in my in a Series X, it won't work. So I've sort of been swindled a little bit by them, but they've refused to actually, tell us it was coming out digitally. If I knew it was coming out digitally, I probably would have waited for it to have come out first, and then I would have picked it up digitally rather than actually picking it up on disc. But no, there you are. We can't all be winners. But that is one thing I'm actually annoyed about, because that has left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth as a consumer, as someone that wanted to do videos, as someone that would prefer it to be digital, so I don't have to keep putting a disc in every time to make a video or what have you. So I don't know, bit of a negative there. But then again, whoever was in charge of marketing of this game over at Nacon probably already doesn't work there, I imagine. It's been slightly questionable. Oh, I didn't think that had gone in. It didn't look like it had gone in. Zamet with the lightning pace. Absolutely. Silent Wraith. Yeah, Zamet in real life looking awesome, but also in this game, they've really got his pace judged down nicely. One thing I have been quite enjoying about the open play of this game is the ability to actually run around players. In Rugby 22, you could pretty much run around anyone with a winger. It was a bit over the top. In this game, if you sort of time your run correctly, you can actually sort of outpace another winger rather than it being like you just happen to run around them. It feels a lot more realistic, which I do really like. They've worked on it really nicely, as well as trying to find holes. I'm trying to find holes in the defence has been something I've been really enjoying. I've been messing around a little bit with different... oh no, we've had George North go out with an injury, just like real life. Super realistic, 10 out of 10. Let's see if we get Liam Williams. Liam Williams apparently has the smallest kicking boot ever, apparently, even though he's actually got quite a good boot on him. Am I going to have to do... let's do a quick sub. Let's get him off. Let's do that. George North. Luckily, we did have Halaholo going to come on. This will be a test, actually, something I haven't tested, which they used to do in Rugby 20, was if you do a sub now, if I swap Nick Tompkins for Halaholo, will it instead sub off Nick Tompkins by accident? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's still doing that correctly. We'll wait and see what happens. That used to happen way too much in that game. For anyone new to the stream as well, you will probably realise as I talk, I will probably start a conversation and then completely move on to a different topic because something else interests me. So apologies if some of you wonder what happened to whatever the last point was I was making, I trailed off. It will happen throughout the entire stream more than likely. Right, Josh Adams, let's get a big... Oh! Knock on, Federico Mori there with a knock on. Again, is that not classed as a charge down? I feel like I kicked it into him. If I want to hit his knee, I don't even think that was an actual charge down. Oh, there comes Halaholo straight through the scrum. Looking good, boys. Right, let's get in here. Scrums, so far, I have found to be pretty stable. Nothing wrong. The only thing that I don't like about scrums is this giant bar. At least in Rugby 20, you could accidentally get called out for it being wrong. You've not put it in straight. But the Rugby 22 seems for some reason to have the bars are just massive, as if you would ever mess that up. Oh, go on, Nick Tompkins. No, couldn't get it wide. Halaholo, offload to Zamet. Here we go, outside pace. Try and get round the outside of him. Yes, there you go. See, I love that. That feels so much more realistic. It's not just that your winger is always quicker than the AI. It's that I specifically picked a quick winger and then attempted early on to find gap around him. Again, on Legendary, maybe they'll close the space down a little bit more. But I've been finding that the actual open play feel of wingers and stuff feels way, way better than Rugby 20. Oh, that could be a good kick. Oh, or maybe it could not be. Let's do a little sidestep there. We'll try and cut back up the wing. Oh, he's going to kick that into touch. Shame by me. Terrible me. Haven't seen any quick subs in-game yet. Sorry, I'm coughing to the mic there. Yeah, no, I don't think there is. Is there, quick subs? I don't even know if that's a thing. Was that a thing in Rugby 20? I never used to do subs. The game was so easy, I just never felt the need to ever put subs on, so that didn't really bother me that much. Oh, come on, get in there, boys. Yes, good turnover. No, come on, and again, keep going in. These rucks are way too long. Okay, let's try and get this out wide. Miss pass there to Tipperick. Hit the line. Straight, get it out wide. No. Zabit, pick it up. Pick it up. Nearly getting in there. Right. I haven't really been using any of the set plays. I have no idea what the Wales set plays are off by heart. I used to always pick very specific ones. Let's have a quick look. Oh, we still got wide out. Wide out's one of my more favourite ones in this game. There we go. Wing Josh Adams in. Go there. Let's try and do the double wide out technique again. Let's see if it still works.
Williams makes a pass. It's fair to say that.
Oh, it's certainly not quite as easy to glitch that as it was in Rugby 20. What difficulty are you playing on? What's the AI been like? I'm currently playing on Pro. Matthew, I was trying to see you actually left that comment then. Oh no, don't do that. The AI has been fun. I'm having fun playing this game. I know the scoreboard in this game doesn't look that good. It's because it's Italy Wales. It's not quite the same level. Oh, we actually got a step inside. Did he go out the touchline then? Let's go over for another try. Don't know if we had the bonus point. Yes, we did. Okay, we'll have the bonus point after definite. Yeah, playing on Pro at the minute, and the AI has been fun. Though genuinely, if you play an evenly based game, you know, if you play... Oh, he definitely went into touch. Touch judge missed it. If only there was assistant judges in this game, they'd have picked that up. Yeah, the game, if you are about 10 points ahead of your opponent in terms of overall rating, you will have a scoreline like you're seeing now. If you play teams that are relatively even... Oh, that's the first time I've done a kick wrong. Let's see what happens. Ooh. If you pick teams that are a pretty even rating, like I did, New Zealand-Australia was my very first game. Did the video, put that up on the channel if you want to watch that one after the stream. I did actually lose that game. It was a struggle because they were evenly based and Pro has been quite good. I haven't got on to Legendary yet. If we feel like we're winning a few too many tonight, we might chuck it up to Legendary just to test it out a little bit. But yeah, the AI's been good. They definitely take more advantage of your mistakes, which I'm really enjoying. If you drop a ball, they will try and dive on it as quickly as possible. They actually use sidesteps. They use miss passes. They are finding the gaps a little bit. So they're definitely, you know, applying more pressure. They've hit 100% of the kicks for me so far on Pro. So on Rugby 20, they used to find that they used to miss a whole bunch of kicks towards the post and stuff. This will be interesting. Let's see if George North remains injured for the World Cup. No. That was something I did quite like in the solo mode, was if you picked up an injury, players remained injured and you'd have to manually change them off. Maybe it's a small injury. Maybe we haven't quite got into that yet. Definitely agree with you about the wing. Yeah, Silent Wraith, I think the wing situation's been improved greatly. Definitely on the line. No. Didn't happen. It's all fine. Don't need to go back and review it. Can you show the Ireland squad? Yeah, we'll show the Ireland squad after all this. I have no idea who's in the squad. I did play Ireland earlier on in the afternoon, and I think barely lost to them, actually. Again, Pro's been good. Pro difficulty's been good. I'm genuinely playing the game. I'm not just scoring 1,000 tries for the sake of it. Any laws that they've gotten really wrong? New laws in effect, 50-22, goal line, drop line. Right, 50-22, I'm trying to test. It's just really hard to get to. Who is the captain of the New Zealand? Kieran Reid. Yeah, the 50-22 is hard to achieve in this game, as it is in real life, but there's good coverage, but the AI seem to be pretty all over it. You might need to drop it down to amateur just to see if it works. I wouldn't hold your breath. I've noticed one law that is still not being completely utilised in this game is the offside law for AI when it comes to from a ruck or in a breakdown situation. I have noticed quite a few times my scrum half is picking up the ball and someone that was engaged in the ruck just like jumps on them as soon as he bends down to pick up the ball. Players coming from an offside position, running back onside, will tackle your scrum half if he picks up the ball before they get back onside. And for some reason that's not an advantage, but if you do it, it is an advantage. So the rule has been coded into the game. It just for whatever reason doesn't always apply to the AI, which I'm not really sure why. Keen to see Legend mode, yeah, maybe after the World Cup. Maybe after the World Cup we'll give Legendary mode again. Maybe we'll do like Legendary where we'll play as like Russia and they can be New Zealand. We'll just prove that I hate myself. Oh, that's a forward pass. Was it not a forward pass? Looked awfully forwards to me. Let's do a little... Okay, that was not the player I wanted to go to. Reece Zammit. Can he try and make a few yards up the line? Get in there, boys. Get in there. Support him. Support your man. Nope. Didn't work. Let's just spread my defence a little bit wider because Australia... The Australian setup in this game is really nice. I kind of want to make my created team have the same setup as the Australia team. The Australia team, for whatever reason, the way their players run in this game... A high tackle. I didn't even tackle him. I missed. Oh, down here. Sorry. I thought it was the other side. I think that's my first... Is that a yellow card? Oh, we've actually caused an injury as well. This is cool. I don't remember there being a whole like animation for like a high tackle or something. HIA? Is there anything? Is there a HIA in this game? Don't know. I have got a yellow card. It's my first yellow card of the game. That's fun. What was I saying? I was raising an important point. Something about offside or something, wasn't I? Yeah, sorry. The Australian team. That's what I was talking about. The Australian team. The way their team is set up in this game is really sort of penetrating. They really look to try and get through like holes in your defence on like flat balls, and I really like it. It really works for my style of playing these sorts of games. So I kind of want to make my team a bit more like the Australian team in this game. Let's just spread out wide here. Look at him doing spins. Curtly Beale showing off. I haven't seen Curtly Beale do a spin in a good number of years. Oh, I thought he was going there. Something else I'm enjoying is the change in some of the animations for when players do something wrong, like if they miss an interception or the ball's going over their head and they duck out the way. Little touches that just make the game feel a little bit more realistic. You know, seeing a player have a little strop for 5 seconds, I quite like it. Right, we need to try and get out of our own half here. We're in a little bit of pressure. I just feel like I have no one anywhere. Right, let's get this out to Josh Adams. Let's actually try and make some room down here. We're going to kick it deep. So I reckon I have the pace. Although saying that, I don't know if Coriobetti going to run back for this one. I'm going to do my double switch technique to try and get the tackle on. Didn't manage to get there. Still not getting there. Oh, wow. I mean, what is he? Covered in some sort of, like, oil? Couldn't tackle him for anything then. I wonder when they designed the kits. The Scarlet's kit hasn't got any sponsors apart from Macron. Oh, actually, that's a point. Actually, I haven't really looked that in depth at the actual kits to see how realistic they are. You know, again, club level is probably going to be more specific. The Wales kits, they've just got this huge logo on the stomach, which I'm not really a fan of in the real kits anyway. But oh, Reece Zammit with a good chip. Corriobetti's going to chase him down. Not quite. Zammit's still going. Superb. Get in there, boys. Come on. Turn it over. Yes, there we go. Right. Let's try and get some set plays on the go. I'm not really using set plays wide. There we go. Let's get in here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Quickly as it goes. George North straight through the middle. Bang. There we go. Find those holes. Yeah, that's my sort of style play. Oh, apparently that was an achievement. I don't know what that was for. Score a try with a set play. That's more how I like to play a game. I like to try and find the open gaps in the defence and play slightly shorter rather than spreading it wide. Constantly feels much more realistic. Another terrible kick. I'm so bad at kicking. For anyone who's ever seen any of the rugby series we do on the channel, any kicking game, I'm so bad at. I did it when we did Italy in the Six Nations. Let's just get this off the field for now. We did Italy in the Six Nations on Rugby 20. I think I missed like 90% of the kicks. Back on Rugby 2011, I did the World Cup with Fiji. I missed a bunch of kicks there as well. I'm so bad at kicking. See what Sibyl said. They've gotten some of the club teams really wrong because they're missing lots of players. Oh, interesting, Max. Who specifically? Because we might check that out. Just be interesting to see. Do you mean as in they haven't got the starting lineup correct, or as in they've genuinely forgotten some players? That would be interesting. I was a little bit concerned when they said they weren't going to have the English club levels about players that played in English club level but play for different nationalities. So for me, you know, right now we're playing as Wales. People like Dan Bigger, Zammit, you know, obviously playing in English clubs. I was a little bit worried they weren't going to be licensed, so I don't know why clubs would have them knocked in. Right, let's just get this. See if we can go for a 50-22. No. Dan Bigger's only got a 30-metre range. He's not going to be able to get a 50-22 from there. Oh, look at that, straight in. All day long. Adam Beard on the good jump. Here we go. Right, let's spread this wide. Nick Tompkins out to George North. Going to hit the gap. Oh, they managed to close that down. A couple of teams leave that door open for you, and you can make a really lovely run. It feels really nice. Oh, good tackle there on Josh Adams. Takes him into touch. Played in the World Cup with Wales in the game and got Australia and the All Blacks in my group. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Sam. I mean, it feels like real life. I mean, I've got both Australia and Fiji, so, you know, we're actually reenacting the 2019 World Cup, or predicting the 2023 World Cup, or the 2015 World Cup. Pick whichever one you want. Right, let's just run up the middle here. Let's try and find a little gap here. Nick Tompkins. My team feels very deep. I might try and shake that up a bit. Josh Adams, offload. There we go. Little sidestep. Couldn't get through. Okay, let's play something daring. Here we go. Wow. Okay, there's a glitch. So if you set a player back, but you pass before the fly half runs backwards, you can actually throw the ball 300 metres to the right, apparently. Good to know. Nick Tompkins. Oh, get this wide now. George North. Oh, just couldn't get the ball in. Here we go. Get in there quickly. Pick up the ball and pass. Oh, Alan Wynne. What are you doing? Did they keep his broken arm in this game for that pass? That was terrible. Yeah, see, like that time. So my player was running back from an offside position then. And the referee does pick it up. So the rule is coded into the game. But for whatever reason, it doesn't happen to the AI. Oh, they're going to go for the 3. Big call. Keep themselves in the game. Again, Rugby 22, they would have just kicked it and maybe not even got it into the corner from here. Rugby 22, they're going to actually go for the post. Nice to see. Have you tried online yet? Yes, Rubens, I tried online. I've done one game. It was stable, at least. There was a couple of glitches we spoke about a bit earlier on. Grubber kicks don't work online. They immediately become knock-ons for whatever reason. Let's go for a little bit of a bomb here, see if we can just get someone underneath it. Here we go. Oh, no, stopped a little bit dead. But the actual gameplay felt solid. It felt good. There was rucks I was winning. There was rucks I was losing. There was scrums I was winning. Scrums I was losing. Which is nice to see. Rugby 20 was awful online. It was so one-sided to whoever was hosting the game. Whereas it actually felt a bit more even. I actually managed to win that game, so I've currently got my 100% win record. Still going strong on the online game. But yeah, it's certainly better than Rugby 20. I have noticed, actually, I did have a look through the what are they called? The missions, or whatever they're called in the in-game menu. There is none, I don't think, or not that I could see at a quick glance. I'll get this wide now. That looked forward. That looked very forward. Oh, get him off the field. Ikatau, what are you doing? Len Ikatau. I love that Ikatau's first name is Len. It's such a non-rugby player name. Oh, we gotta go. Death or glory, come on. What was I saying? I was saying something about online. I get so sidetracked. Anyway, the online was fine. Yeah, sorry, that was it. There was no missions. There's no missions for like winning a certain amount of online games, which I found really interesting, because that to me almost says that they don't believe the online for this game will last very long. Rugby 20's online did not last a long time, which was a bit of a shame. Mauling, still broken, unfortunately. You'll see me here, drive over the line. I don't know how you meant to stop me from there. 5-metre mauling in this game is still a bit broken. The referee doesn't even... Get out of the way, ref. What are you doing? Stood in the way. Right, come on. Let's actually get a kick in, Dan. Oh, that's still bad. That's still awful. Come on. Get it in. Yeah, it just doesn't curve. It doesn't curve anywhere near like Rugby 20, which is so much better. Rugby 20, you could miss a kick completely and curve it in like you were David Beckham. It's like at least in this game now they've fixed that a little bit, and it doesn't feel quite as bad anymore. I don't know why I'm messing about with this. I've just realised I'm only 7 ahead. I should have absolutely got that off the field. Oh, come on. Take him down. And again. Oh, here it comes. Here comes the death. This is why you don't mess about. Get in there. Hit him hard. Somebody tackle him. My goodness, get in there. Yeah, tackling is certainly also made it... Well, Navidi was offside. He gave his body. Put his body on the line to make it happen. Oh, come on. Get in there. Get it off. Get it off. We'll have that. We'll take a 7-point win over Australia. Fine. Feels about real life. That's about what most Wales-Australia games end up being. One team managing to just about get into the double figures. Apparently we did a challenge. Play 3 matches. Great challenge. SP points. We're up to 49,000. SP points in this game feel insane as well. Oh, we've actually got a pack. I haven't got a single pack in this game yet. Which player has scored a try in 5 different World Cups? Jonah Long, who did 5 World Cups? Brian Lima, probably. I was going to say, Jonah Long did 5 World Cups? Wow. Oh, wow, a bunch of shots. Sorry, I've been completely forgetting about the thing. Producing 12-7 full-time. Oh, you were close, Silent Wraith. You were nearly on that one. Toulon don't have Colby. Racing 92 don't have Teddy Thomas. That's interesting. I might just check that out real quick. Because the guy I played against online had Cheslin Colby in his team. I pushed the wrong button there. And I thought that meant he'd like got him from a pack. Where is... what am I looking for? Toulon. That's interesting. If they don't have Colby, who else do you say? Racing 92 don't have Teddy Thomas. I wonder how they've got those players. So there might be something to do with the pack system then, which we actually might look into a little bit. Oh, Racing 92. Double Vakatawa. Let's have a look. Imar Vakatawa. Oh, interesting. I did not know this. Teddy Thomas. No, they don't. Oh, okay, interesting. So, that's Toulouse. Oh, did I look at completely the wrong team? Who did I look at? Oh, Toulon. I wasn't paying attention. Thank you. See, guys, this is why I need. That's why I need a chat with me at almost all times, because I will mess up. Villiers. Let's have a quick skim through. So that will give us something to actually look into then. In terms of the pack system in this game, the pack system is outrageously expensive, which I don't know why they've done that. I've played a good sort of 8 to 10 games probably now. I've done a couple of challenges. I've currently got, what is that, like 40-something thousand, 49,000? Like, I can just about buy, like, one epic pack. Like, some of these packs go so expensive. Like, look at this down here. Look how expensive these things are. It's like, it's nearly 200,000 SP points for a single pack of, like, New Zealand and South Africa. Now, I did wonder that England and South Africa, why are they so expensive for unlicensed teams? I'm now wondering, because you've said that, can you get actual players by buying those packs? I want to know how the guy I played against got Cheslin Colby if Cheslin Colby isn't at club level and he isn't in a South African team. Something to look into that. Colby is literally on the cover. That's a very good point, Simon. Right. Yeah, interesting. Okay, well, that'll give us something to look into. I mean, I don't know if we're going to be able to earn enough to actually buy one of those packs by the end of the day, but we'll definitely have a look. What else we got going on here? So we're playing Fiji. I think we've got to be doing pretty well there. We've beat Italy. Defensive bonus, offensive bonus. Oh, they kept the bonus point. They have measured the scoring system correctly, which is nice. Points difference 40. Yeah, so we're looking good. Realistically, we should be getting out of this group. We can afford a draw, probably, but hopefully we're not going to lose to Fiji. Let's check in. Let's jump in. What we got people saying? SP points is released, but booster packs cost more generally. Yeah, they cost so much. It is kind of outrageous. Rubens, are you enjoying it so far? How's it feeling compared to previous games? I am enjoying it. I am enjoying it. You've got to know what you want from the game to know whether you're going to get the enjoyment out of this game. For me, graphics doesn't make a game. I think the graphics in this game are not as good as they could be. We've gone over it a little bit earlier on with some of the blurriness of some of the players. I think that's something they may patch later this week, later this month. They might find something to fix that and actually enhance the graphics. The general game mechanics, the game feels nice. It feels a lot more open, but it also doesn't feel like you're running over teams. So I've got a lot of enjoyment out of it so far. I really enjoy making the videos today. I'm really looking forward to going through and doing some of the club level with my sort of created team. I'm really liking the idea to the contestable like area battles and stuff. Did not mean to push A there, which I'm really liking. You know, quick time events that don't like take you out of the game experience, which I quite like. I'm not a big fan of games where you have to tap constantly. Rugby 20 and like the lineouts and stuff had the spamming of button tapping when you wanted to win a lineout, and it went into slow motion, and it felt like it took me out of the game a little bit. And they fixed that a little bit with some of the quick time events, which is nice. But like I said in one of the videos quite a while back, the only problem with quick time events is if you're too good at them, you'll win all of them, and if they make the AI too good at them, you'll never win one. So, oh, Josh Adams with the pickup. You might be able to see, like, now, the player to me looks ever so slightly blurry as he's running, like his arm is going out. And I think it's something to do with a frame rate issue. I feel like, because it's not happening here, I think in live play, it shows both the current frame of the game, but also the frame previous. So it's not actually that the players are blurry, I think it's showing 2 frames at the same time, and it distorts the image a bit. And the best way I can try and show you guys if it happens on the posts, if you watch the posts on some of the camera angle turns, occasionally you'll see the posts become duplicated as the camera moves along. I think there's a frame rate issue ever so slightly. Might just be on the Xbox One. I've seen gameplay from PC and some of the next gen consoles. Seems to be fine on them, but just as a precursor to any of you guys still thinking about buying this game on current consoles, that might be something to hold on to for them to fix if graphics is a really big part of the game for you. For me, I don't mind as long as the mechanics feel solid. My God, Josh Adams is just killing this wing. This is outrageous. This is like the first game I've had where I'm just going to keep going around the outside with a winger. See, now this is where I think AI, when you talk about enhanced AI and improved AI, I've just scored 2 tries now doing the exact same thing. I passed it wide, I got it to a speedy winger, grubber kicked on, there's no fullback playing deep, and I picked up the ball and going over for a try. Improved AI to me would now mean, because I've done that, they would now slightly more pressure that wing. Have their winger stay a little bit deeper, have the fullback move ever so slightly more over to that wing to help cover to stop another grubber kick. So we'll try and attempt the exact same thing to see if the AI can actually adapt to what I'm doing. Let's try and get back to that wing. Oh, we'll hit a lovely gap there with Tipperick and an offload to Dan Bigger. See, this is what I love. This is my style of playing rugby. Is trying to find those gaps, and then it gives you a real surge of adrenaline. If you hit a gap and you have a player on a nice break, that's what I like to see. However, there was actually like 3 or more players on the outside then, so it probably would have been more difficult to get Josh Adams through. Not sure if that's the AI being brilliant, or maybe that was just that I actually managed to get slightly out of position with some of my players. Nick Tompkins not managing to get through. Let's get in here, boys. Right, come on. Let's add some insult to injury here.
He makes a pass.
Go on! Oh, we just missed the drop goal. Okay, they're going to kick it. I mean, that was a big call to kick this deep rather than just getting this into touch here. Oh, good tackle on George North. Okay, we'll try and slow it down a little bit. You've just beat Scotland on amateur. Hey, everyone's got to start somewhere, man. Yeah, I saw some gameplay of... I can't think who it was. Oh, Dan Bigger hits the gap. I can't think what the guy's name is. He does do quite a lot of other rugby games as well. There's not a lot of people on YouTube that do a lot of rugby games. I did see he did a game. He was playing on the PS5 and he played it on semi-pro, and it looked fine. But the difference from what I saw of that game, I haven't played this game on semi-pro. I went straight into pro because I've got way too many hours in Rugby 20, and I thought this game was going to feel pretty identical to it. It feels to me that the only thing that seems to change drastically with some of the difficulty changes is the speed of the AI. So in terms of like rucking, I only watched about 40 seconds of his gameplay, but sorry, I only watched a couple of minutes, I meant to say, but the rucks in his game seemed to last for like a good 30-40 seconds until he could turn the ball over. The AI didn't want to get the ball out of it really quickly. Whereas on pro difficulty, the AI is like, it's dominating a ruck, it's getting the ball out quickly, put pressure on me, which I really like. I really enjoy that sort of thing. Let's see if we can just get over here. So many chats. It's such a hard game to play and look at chat at the same time. Terrible offload from Dan Bigger. Again, nice advancement from them. You know, in Rugby 20, that ball would have somehow flung its way out to the winger. Instead, it just drops to the ground because there's no one stood next to him. And I really like that. That's such a nice enhancement on this game. You know, have players mess up. That was my fault. I got lazy then and I just made the pass. I should have waited, taken it to ground. It makes you play a little bit more rugby-esque. So, you know, I'm taking a lot of positives from it. I'm really enjoying what they've done with this game, and they've got time to patch it. Oh, I didn't need the pass. I thought he was going to make the tackle. Josh Adams, here we go. This winger's still having a bad day. Josh Adams gets tackled, but we'll try and move his way up. Falatau can't make his way through. Let's try and spread it out here. Whoa, loads more chats. Maybe they increased the pack prices to make the solo mode last longer. Yeah, I imagine so. I mean, if you go back to my Rugby 20 now, I do have literally every player in the game, in that game. There's so many that I just have because I did so many packs. Reece Zammit in the corner, beautiful try. Go over for half-time. We're getting that bonus point, guys. We're making it happen. Yeah, I imagine they're going to try and make it last a little bit longer. Again, there's currently no real, evidence to suggest anything about, like, oh, I've messed that kick up again. I'm getting annoyed at myself. About a World Cup game. There's little rumours here and there. Big Ben Studios moving over. Big Ant Studios moving over. Yeah, a lot of people have moved around. There's currently no real solid evidence that a World Cup game is coming. We don't know whether these guys who've done Rugby 22 are going to do a Rugby 23 game. They'll do a Rugby World Cup game. They may well skip it and go to a Rugby 24 game. So, if you want to make your game last longer by making the prices more expensive, I know it does the job, but as long as they're not going to be too outpriced. The idea of playing maybe, I don't know, 30, 40 games to buy one South Africa pack, that feels like a lot. That feels like a lot of grinding in order to get it, and I feel like it might just put people off from buying it. I would rather get 15 superior packs, and that way you just have a better team. Do I have any locks? I have no locks on my bench. Well, I take that one back then. Right, let's get Aaron Wainwright on for now. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Swap that over. Well, looks like we're getting rid of Tibrick as well. Let's check Ellis Jenkins on as well. Everyone else looking relatively okay. Okay, there we go. No, not click. Fingers are too fast for myself. Definitely the best game you've played, is it, Tom? Yeah, you know what? It's fine. This game is going to be good. I've enjoyed it. The damage to the terrain, again, that's nice. That's a nice little touch. This game is exactly what I thought it was going to be. It is Rugby 20 with different enhancements. And I enjoyed Rugby 20, so with it enhanced, it feels better. I'm perfectly happy with this. A lot of people really disliked Rugby 20, which actually quite surprised me. Bar it being too easy, I actually thought that was a good game. There's a couple of hiccups here and here, a couple of penalties and stuff that went awry. Let's see if we can run around the outside. No, Zammit not got the speed. Again, that time the AI, moved in sooner. I didn't have the room to go around the outside. In Rugby 20, that was a try. I was going to get around then. George North, couldn't get one more, and we give away a knock-on. Good tackle. Needs a patch though. Just played semi-pro, solid. Yeah, it'll kick in as you go up. One of my top tips for playing any game, if you want to get better at it, is put it on the absolute hardest difficulty and just get hammered for like an hour. And then swap it to a lower difficulty and you'll find it much easier because you'll have to adapt really quickly to playing a much harder difficulty. I completely missed that because I was reading chat. Can you play with South Africa? Yeah, we'll try and get a South Africa game in. I would like to. We're going to do this World Cup. We'll see how far we get with the World Cup. We may be able to win the World Cup. And then we'll just basically do a bunch of requested games, I imagine. We'll get people to pick some teams. We'll pick our favourite teams where I think it'll be an interesting game. Oh, I've got to go left. There's got to be so much room for Josh Adams on this wing. Hit for the corner. Aim for the corner, Josh. There we go. Get in there. I feel like that defender could have made a tackle. Will be interesting. We might try Legendary. We might try Legendary later on just to see how much better it actually is. What's your playtime on Rugby 20? Oh, good God, Silent Wraith. I have no idea. Hours. Hours and hours and hours. I not only do, like, gaming videos for this, but when we do the Six Nations and stuff, rather than it just being me on camera talking about the Six Nations, I do the prediction videos, and I just think it makes it look a bit more interesting to have a game of rugby in the background. So I play the game while I talk about actual real-life rugby. But every time I do one of them, I add another 10-15 minutes on. I think the final time I played, I got up to like level 167 in Rugby 20, which is outrageous. I have no idea what world rankings is, but I can't imagine there was an enormous amount of people that probably played that game a lot more than me. So no Springboks. No, I wasn't concentrating on the game. I was reading chat. Oh, he could have got away with not making that pass. Yeah, Springboks. Well, we're at a bit of a 50-50. Apparently, there's no licensed Springboks, but we've had a bit of a chat earlier on about that the guy I played that was online had Cheslin Colby in his team, and we've found out that Cheslin Colby is not in the club level roster. So now we're wondering whether there is actually something we could to do. Oh God, save it! Oh, 3 missed tackles. What is that? Joshua Tuisova, to be fair, I wouldn't want to stop Tuisova. He's a big boy. Oh, that's good. Storms versus Bulls. Yeah, we'll check out some different games later on. Rugby 20 version 2.0, absolutely. I'm asking on the live stream. Yeah, we'll do some games later on. Cabana Club for just random games. We'll do it on the live stream. I'm going to be streaming for a while. I'm enjoying this game. I want to try and get a good amount out of it. It's nice to have a bunch of people in as well. It's nice to have an actual chat of people talking. We've actually got quite a few viewers. This is the most viewers we've probably ever had on the channel for a stream. People are enjoying learning about this one. Just ordered a pizza. Good on you, Tom. I had a terrible dinner. I had to try and I had to like scoff dinner down to try and finish my last video off, and then actually get on to do the live stream. You have loads of Rugby 20. What level did you get up to, Silent Wraith, on Rugby 20? I'd really love to know what like rankings and stuff are. There's no like leaderboards or rankings for that. I would really like to know where I actually place like in the world. I'm sure there's people that played more of that game than me. You know, I play a bunch of games on the channel and stuff. I don't just play rugby games, so there's probably people who've, you know, almost exclusively played Rugby 20 across the course of the last 2 years or so. So I'm sure there will be people higher ranked than me. But I would like to know where I rank. My player's really not covering that side. Where's my not switch preset. I want to switch sides. I want to go like, yes, go over there. I feel like no one is covering this left wing at all.
Oh, it was worth a try, Nick.
Okay, here they go. Get ready for the interception. Nope, they didn't go for it. This is fine. We don't mind killing time. Have we got the bonus point? Have we got 4 tries? I think we have, haven't we? Oh, George North with a good pickup to Aaron Wainwright. Nick Tompkins, we're on to the speed game. Navidi out to Josh Adams, who's going to run down for the corner again. A little sidestep. Oh, doesn't get there. Great tackle. Great try-saving tackle there by the AI. Superb work.
Thanks very much for your help today.
Many thanks to you too, Nick. It's been a real pleasure.
Just ordered a pizza. I'm trying to read up where we got to. Can you download mods and get the licensed SA teams? Maybe on PC. I'm not sure. I'm playing on the Xbox at the minute, so it's an absolute no for the Xbox because they don't really allow anything to do with modding. But maybe on PC. Well, I might have to try and check that out actually, just to find out. I haven't paid attention to the question. What we did? How many clubs? I don't know. Press A. Oh, I got it correct. I didn't even finish reading the question. If in doubt, press A. That's how it works. I find there's bugs. What? Just generally you've been playing, or yeah, I think there's a couple of. I've not really experienced bugs. I've had 2 game crashes, which happened very early on today, which is strange because if it's on disc and most of the effort's coming from the disc, I thought it would have been fine. How many hours do you think you have? Oh my goodness. I don't know. Let's say it takes... How many games do you reckon it takes to go at 1 level, Silent Wraith? It might take like 5 games to go at 1 level. I'm level 167, so times by 5. 500 plus another 300. So I've probably played about 800 games. And I used to play that a lot on like 10-minute games as well. They were 10-minute... Were they 10-minute halves or 10-minute games? No, they were 10-minute games, weren't they, on Rugby 20? So, yeah, I don't know. Whatever that maths is. 800 games times 10 minutes. I don't know. I'm not that good at maths on the fly. Right, it looks like we've got out of our pools. Oh, wow, here you go. Here's a whole fixture list. Okay. Oh wow, there's just a bunch of fixtures. Right, that's what I was looking for. God, doesn't this graphic looks terrible? Not the graphics themselves, but the visual graphic on screen now. Doesn't this look awful? There's so many things in Rugby 22 that I think they actually look bad. Rugby 20 actually looked quite nice. It was quite a pretty game. Like, what are these blobs of colour? It's so weird. I like the colour brown they've got on the 22 of the 04 there. The brown colour. Who signed off on that? I think it looks so stupid. Right, so we're playing Japan. It looks like we're going up against... I can't even tell who those teams are. England and... Oh, South Africa. Oh, the 2 unlicensed teams. Oh, it's going to be a Wales-England quarter-final. It could be like the 2023 World Cup. This could be fun. Let's chuck in. Let's go play Japan. Japan were actually quite good in this game. They've got a lot of speed on a lot of their players. How many points are awarded for a successful draw goal? 3. Give me more SP points. Oh, whoa, so many chats. 6 Nations next week. Is it next week? It is next week. Wow, I really need to get on top of my my 6 Nations footage in order to... and I haven't even looked at like all the teams. I saw the Wales team get announced and Dan Bigger coming out as captain, which I thought was a big call considering, you know, the likes of like Ellis Jenkins are in there. Big move, we'll see how they get on. But I am looking forward to the Six Nations. I'm going to be so busy over the Six Nations with my own stuff as well. Stormers, 800 minutes times that, 8,000 minutes, 133 hours. Yeah, oh god, that's so long, isn't it? 133 hours, so what, 24 hours in a day? So what, like 6-7 days of my life I spent playing Rugby 20. You like pizza, you lol? Yes, I love pizza. Pizza is awesome. Rugby 20 UI was definitely better and cleaner. Yes, the actual interface was way better. Yeah, even like the player's face here, everyone see the little sparkly things around some people's heads? Dan Bigger's bleach blonde. Like, there's a couple of things with the hair. It's not the character models, it's just the hair. Why is the hair? Like, so weird. I have no idea why Dan Bigger's blonde. Did someone look at Dan Bigger before it happened? Oh, a little bit too far for any of my players to pick up. Right, let's try and get in there. It's probably going to be a bit of a tougher game now because we're going to be slowly getting closer in terms of ranking. Oh, Dan Bigger hits the gap. Little sidestep, doesn't manage to get through. Knocks the ball on. Nope, went laterally apparently. Referee doesn't manage to sort it out. Can we get in there? Nope. Let's spread wide. He's going to boot this down the field. Oh, okay. Liam Williams just stands there and watches it. Right, let's go for a 50-22. Let's see if we can get in there. That is an awesome kick. That is a 50-22. And it's my line out. So, confirmed, guys. 50-22 is in Rugby 20. Rugby 22. Still got it wrong. However... If you do a 50-22 and get it within the 5-metre line, you get the line out within the 5-metre line. So, they've improved something and made something worse. Brilliant. I was about to congratulate them so much. Well, I mean, it's going to be an easy enough try. We're already there. There you are. Oh, my goodness. So 50-22 are in. That's nice. Nice to know. I'm glad I actually managed to successfully do that on stream for a bunch of people to see. However, the line-out, of course, should not be there. The referee also, for some reason, just goes and stands like, who actually scored that try? Who goes down? Is it the hooker? They don't know. Screw the replay, apparently. They had enough. They had enough of the replay. Okay, come on, Dan. We've had enough of missing, Dan. It's going to cost us a game at some point if you keep missing kicks. Get this over. I also don't... What is the...
And the kick is good.
We've got... I didn't even see this before. Next to the scoreboard, there's a 1/4 sign. Is that to symbolise it's the first quarter of the game? Is that just a graphical glitch? Is that appeared because we got the 50-22 and it's broken something? Let's get this out of Josh. Oh, got some speed. Oh, Josh is actually blonde as well in this game. Is it just black hair? Maybe it's black hair the game doesn't seem to be able to cope with. Oh, we'll walk it over. Walk it over. Too easy. I'm going to be interested. After we go past the 20 minutes, we'll see if that quarter changes to something else. You picked it up from the PS Store. Yes, I believe they've had a bunch of issues trying to get this game on the PS Store. There's been loads of tweets going out today talking about them struggling to have the game live, people struggling to download it, it not appearing in the UK. Just before I started, or as I was this afternoon, not before I started streaming, I had a look on the Xbox Marketplace, and the Xbox Marketplace, it's still on pre-order for tomorrow. So I don't know if anyone who's watching currently has actually got this game on the Xbox and they got it through the Marketplace. If they did, feel free to drop that down in the comments, because I'm kind of interested to know, because if not, you've got to wait for another day for it to come out digitally, which would be really weird. Look how spaced out my team is. What's going on here? Line depth. Get further up. There we go. Let's try and move up a little bit. Little offload there to Navidi. Can we make it through the gap? No, we can't. We'll pick up the ball. Spread it wide quickly. George North. Oh, it's going to have a lot of work for Josh Adams to do. We'll take it wide. Try and make a bit of room. No, he's going to lose that foot race. No, he's not. He actually managed to beat him off the track. Get in here, boys. Let's keep going. Navidi straight through the middle. Good handoff. Keep going strong. I mean, we're going to miss him in the Six Nations this year anyway. I think Wales still have a great deal of injuries. I don't believe Navidi's back from injury for the Six Nations. Actually, I'm not sure. Again, I need to check. I need to get on my Six Nations game. I really haven't done a lot. Right, yeah, we are now into the 35th minute, and there is no... what happened there? We haven't changed that quarter symbol to, like, the second quarter of the game. I have no idea what that quarter refers to. I'm sure it's something drastically important that I've not paid attention to. Get the ball out, boys. Come on. Standing so deep for no reason. Get over it. There we go. Oh, do we try and get another try here? We don't really need tries. I guess we're just sort of working our way through now. We don't need the bonus points or anything anymore. Oh, we couldn't get another offload. Get in there. Quick ball. Quick ball. Yes. Oh, Thomas Williams got to get that over to Zammit. Does he have the room on the wing? Maybe. Still going. No. Okay, big move. Crossfield kick. Here it comes. Here he goes. Oh, I mean, my players are nowhere near it. Yeah, they still didn't add an official crossfield kick in, which is a bit of a shame. I would have liked to have seen a crossfield kick set play be put into the game. Oh no, Silent Race doing number breakdown for me. Oh goodness, 0.2 months. Is that? Oh my god, there's so much maths. What's going on? Half-time equals... quarter-final. That's a great shout, Silent Wraith. I did not even consider that. Yes, we are in the quarter-final. Tom, what level is this? This is on Pro. This is on Pro difficulty at the minute. We may turn it up to Legendary later on if we sort of just get through the World Cup with great ease. And we might turn it up to Legendary just to see how intense that is. Or maybe just play with some some lower rated teams to add a bit more challenge. It is still tough. I mean, Rugby 20, I'd have won every single ruck and scrum and turnover everywhere. But they're winning rucks. They're winning them against the head as well, which is nice on pro difficulty. Oh, big tackle there needs to be made. Josh Navidi. Oh, good turnover. Oh, there's so many players over. I've no. All right, what happened there, boys? Did someone just eat the ball? Yeah, see, Navidi, that's why you shouldn't be playing scrum half. Another positive that I did actually see about this game in the past couple of games I've been playing is players rotating positions, which is really nice. More specifically on the wing. I was playing a game as Australia earlier on, and my winger got stuck in a ruck. And so my centre moved to the wing whilst my winger was down injured in the middle of a ruck. So I still had someone on the outside, which I thought was a really nice touch. Just to have people rotate, because obviously they do in real life. You still see Ken Owens on the wing. So it's nice to see that the players are going to rotate out of position if you come down with an injury. Okay, last man tackle. Oh no, Josh Adams, why has he come off the wing? Don't come off the wing, you're meant to be marking. Oh, Japan get over for a try. Still conceding tries. Still not managing to seal these games out to 0. £44 is a lot. Yes, it is a lot, Tom. I fully agree. In terms of payment for a game like this, I think if you don't own Rugby 20, I think it's worth getting this game. Because I think the cost for reward of what you get in return is really good. I think if you've got Rugby 20, I think you'll feel like the price point's quite expensive. I feel the price point's quite expensive for this game. On the Xbox Marketplace, it is £41. So it's like a £5 off almost, by getting it digitally, which was one of the things that really annoyed me, that they had no advertisement for the fact that it was going to be coming out digitally. Because I would have got it digitally if I knew it was going to be cheaper, easier to download, and I could have then played it on the Series X as well. Josh Adams is killing it. I mean, Josh Adams has got to be top of the leaderboards for try in this World Cup. But yeah, I do agree. £44 is a lot. But then the amount of enjoyment I'm having more enjoyment playing this game than I am playing Rugby 20. Now I know I've played Rugby 20 for the last 2 years, and I did enjoy playing the beta of Rugby 20. So maybe this is. Take it with a pinch of salt that this game has only just come out, and I'm enjoying playing it because it's only just come out, rather than it being necessarily an instruction on what other people should do. But I do agree, £44 does feel like a lot, especially for a game that I think most people will agree still needs more polish. Oh, Nick Tompkins hits the gap. Couldn't make the snaky manoeuvre. Advantage doesn't last long in this game either. I still think some of the blurriness of the players needs to be fixed. They still need to work on some of the penalties and stuff that for some reason don't activate. There's still a couple of little glitches of things not popping up on lineouts and stuff, but I think that's because I play with the camera sideways. I absolutely believe they developed this game to be played with the camera behind the player and not how I play it like this. And then they just add the TV camera in at the end, because playing it in, what are we on? Time to challenge myself, guys. Let me just quickly swap over. If I swap back to the action side. No, don't quit. if I swap back over to this side, I feel like the game actually looks slightly better like this. I don't like that my scrum half keeps picking it up. I find it really annoying to play like this though, because I feel like it's feels a bit cheaty. I know where everyone is. I know where the room is. I now know there's more wing on this room for Zamet, and I can try and run around the outside. Like, I just feel like it feels a bit easy playing the game like this, and I don't like it. But I do think graphically, the players and the grass look better like that. So I think they do this as a bit of an after effect of the game.
The end of normal time in this match.
Oh, apparently something happened there. Oh no. Okay, don't change the camera mid-game. Apparently you can break it a little bit. Okay, well, you know what, we've hit 80 minutes. I'm pretty happy with this score. Let's see if we can get this off the field. We'll take that in. We'll go through to the semi-finals against England. Yellow Sky. Lol, I didn't even look at it. Was the game cheaper for you? It costs $27.99 on Steam. Does it really? Oh wow, yeah, then it's much cheaper to get on Steam. I didn't know it was that cheap. There was at the point when I was pre-ordering this game, because I knew I needed it for today to be out. I needed it today to do the videos. I needed it today to do the stream. And because there was no talk about it being digital for consoles, I couldn't afford to like not pre-order it on disc. I didn't know, but at the time there was no price on Steam. You could add it to like a wish list on Steam, but there was no price available. So I thought it was going to be the same on platform. If it's $27.99 on Steam and your PC can handle it, yeah. If this game was £28 across the board, if it was £30, I think the reviews for this game would be really, really good. £30 for this game would be great. I would absolutely recommend getting it for £30 if you can. What else we got going on here? Is it better than Rugby Challenge? Again, Tim, so it's such an open-ended... It depends on your own thing, depends what you want to get out. What on earth is this? What's the nickname of Antoine Dupont? I have no idea. Little Bull? The Home Secretary. Is that a thing? Is he the Home Secretary? He's got some high-end views over in France, haven't we? That was the Home Secretary. Okay. Didn't know that was a thing. Although saying that, there was one of those questions that did come up earlier on that said, what is the... until like 1998 or whatever it was, what was the old score amount for a try? And it said the correct answer was 0. So I think that you can score 0 points for a try. Yeah, sorry, what was I saying? Tim said something. Is it better than Rugby? Yeah, Rugby Challenge, again, is I would say visually better in terms of the graphics of the game. I've never sat down and played Rugby Challenge 4. It came out. I heard it wasn't very good on console. I sort of did a bit of reviewing. Looks like a game that's brilliant on PC because you can get all the mods and stuff. On Xbox, not so much. I'm quite good friends with the Rugby Guru, in case any of you guys have seen any of the videos I've done with him. I spoke to him, off stream when me and him were just chatting about getting that. He did a couple of modded games on Rugby Challenge 4, and he said it's absolutely, you might want to really think about whether you pick it up for console because you don't have the mods, and I think I fully agree with that. If you don't have mods for that game, having only like 4 licensed teams wasn't really worth it for me. I like the larger amount of licenses and good gameplay. So, it's completely up to your own standards of what you want to know from a game to judge which is better. I'm really enjoying this one, though. I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying this one more than Rugby 20 at the minute. So, it's got a 5-star rating. Well, this game has a 5-star rating. Does it actually? I'll have a quick look at this just to check. Rugby. Yeah, let me have a check. Hopefully this doesn't mess about with the stream too much as I'm pushing other buttons. I can't see any sort of standard rating. Currently I've got on Microsoft, it's a 4 out of 10 on Microsoft. So we've obviously reading some different sources there, Tom. Think we'd be better with a patch. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to judge this game very harshly, straight from the off. In the Six Nations Championship, how many matches would you win a Grand Slam? 5. It's day one release. Day one release, most games that come out now are not necessarily 100% perfect when they come out on release. Games get patched, game gets updates. One of the longest series I've done on the channel is Grounded. And Grounded has been in early access for like 2 years or a year and a half. And they're constantly doing updates, and people love that game and still watch it. People are willing to allow for updates, but I do find a lot of people seem to be very, very, cut and dry on a rugby game. As soon as we saw some of the trailers for this game, people were like, not buying it, not picking it up. Doesn't look like how I want it to look. It's like, you don't know. No, you don't know till it's out. I was greatly improved. I was surprised by how great the improvements were on their trailer they released. I was really blown away by that. Unfortunately, that isn't what the final game looks like for me. Whether it's because I'm playing on an Xbox One as opposed to a $5 grand PC playing it on ultra 8K settings. I don't know. Maybe the game could look way better. You've got to take those trailers with a pinch of salt, as I say to everyone. But I think people need to spend a few days. If you haven't got the money, or you're still 50-50 about picking the game up, I say give it a few days, watch some videos, watch live streams like this. I think live streams are such a good way to get a feel for what a game is actually like. Oh, great little offload there as we see Josh Adams. No, gonna have to go for the corner. Good run from the fullback there, closing down the angle. Couldn't get close to the post. Well played by their fullback. Yeah, I think watch a couple of streams and stuff, watch what people are saying. I did see, at 10 AM today, people have already put videos on YouTube saying, should you buy Rugby 22? It's like, people have had an hour's gameplay of it and already making videos talking about whether other people should buy it. Please never take advice from people that release videos like that, straight away. At least give it a couple of days, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks of the game being out for people to get a really good feel of whether you should buy it and do some of your own research. Don't just don't just watch one person do a video on I think the game is good or I think the game is bad. Don't buy it, because an hour's gameplay of a game doesn't really give you the best impressions of a game anyway. Oh, hit the gap. Here we go. Alan Wynne-Jones, can we get a little offload? No, we can't. We'll still try and keep going wide. Oh, well, that was an awful pass. Oh, Zamet's going to struggle from there. Right, let's just take this in a little bit. We might try and do some more set plays. I really haven't been messing about with the set plays too much here. You're doing a club career, so you want to be able to make an England team. Yeah, I would like to be able to make an England team. I'm not sure how it's going to be doable. In Rugby 20, for anyone who caught the last stream we did talk about Rugby 20, if you are an England supporter or subscriber, or you want to see England in a game but you're not a fan of Rugby Challenge 4, if you go back and watch the last stream I did and have a little flick through that, I did go over that you can actually make an official England team in Rugby 20, even though they weren't licensed. You could utilise the pack system, and Rugby 20 actually sort of added into their pack system the way for you to make the England team, because they didn't have the licence, but that way it gave back to the customers, which I really like. That was such a good decision. The only problem with this one is that they also don't have the England club level teams, which mean there's not a lot you can do really, because you can't even make the team. So unfortunately England is looking like it's going to be this yellow team we're playing right here, which again, why are they playing yellow? I'm sure England don't have a license on white kits. You could still have put them in a white kit, couldn't you? why are they yellow? You could still try and make it look a bit like England. Or again, as I've said in a couple of videos, it's going to take a lot of work there. No, good try. Reece Holland getting over there. All it takes to make this game feel much better is a player editor. Have the ability in the settings to go through the team management and change players' names. Maybe change their height, change their weight. It's not hard. It was in Rugby 2011. It was on the Xbox 360. You had the ability to do that. If you added that into this game so people could just rename all the England players, you've suddenly got probably, I don't know, how many people are there in England? 40 million people in England? So there's, I don't know, 10 million of them probably like rugby, and then 2 million of them want to play a rugby game. So, add in a player editor, you might have another 500,000 sales. I don't know. I'm making this all up on the spot of like numbers and stuff, but it's got to be there. Surely that makes sense. But they haven't done it. Maybe there's other licensing rules around allowing people to make a team. I can't imagine that's a thing, but I think there's still more they could have done with it to give back to the customers a little bit, especially at the £45 price point. We saw a lot of people saying in the comments that they are, they're England based, they're England rugby supporters, and they won't pick up this game because England aren't in it and the English club level isn't in it. So, adding a player editor in, suddenly everyone will buy that game, and they just didn't do it. Don't know why. Certainly ways they could improve it. Come on, let's get this over the try line. Come on, damn it. Show off. Get over there, boy. Ooh, nearly. Oh, no. We've lost it right at the death. Look at this. On the 5 metre line. I did actually notice then the ball was at the back of the ruck on my side. And then it teleported to their side. I've only just realised Nick Tompkins had got an injury in this. Oh, Ken Owens hitting the line! Look at that. That's what you want. Find the gaps. Silent Wraith, you got no points for a try between them. Yeah, but it wasn't that early, Silent Wraith. It was like 1975 or something. it was meant to be the old try scoring system. But it was just the wrong answer. This game would be brilliant on PC. A few mods and edits for the English teams. Yeah, absolutely, Tim. I fully agree. I think if what people have been saying about the price point, if you have a PC that can handle it and it's going to be cheaper and you can have mods. Yeah, go for this game on PC, absolutely. I think that'll be worth it. I don't have like a full PC. Like even the stream right now is being run through a laptop. If I played a game while recording a game, while streaming, I think my laptop would just burst into flames. So it's one of the reasons I haven't got it on Steam. But yeah, if it is there, I'd absolutely recommend that. It said I will give 7/10 at this moment. Oh, we got a little bit beyond that one. Rugby games are very hard to reproduce as a rugby game. To be fair, the developers haven't got the same budget as EA. I mean, I've talked about it before. I mean, the problem with a rugby game is a rugby game either needs to do really well or really badly, and like sacrifice itself for the rest of all rugby games. So, if you go back to like Rugby 2015. Rugby 2015 was an awful game. It's one of the worst games I've ever played. Not just a rugby game. I was more insulted because I was a rugby fan. But it is a terrible game. And that game did so badly that I looked at it like CEX and game. If you want to trade it in, it's like you get like 50p if you trade that game in. No one wanted it. No one liked it. It got reviewed terribly. No one likes that game. But it meant that because that game did so badly, the next people that came to make a rugby game struggled because everyone just expects a rugby game to be terrible. And then they don't make many sales. So then bigger companies look at rugby as like EA. They're looking at rugby now and they're like, oh, we want to invest in a sport. And they're like, oh, what about rugby games? It's like, well, let's see how Rugby 20 did. Now, Rugby 20 was a fine game. There was not a lot really wrong with it, If you want to complain about graphics and stuff, fine, or a couple of the glitch stuff. But in terms of the general game and the way it felt, it was a fine game. It didn't feel bad, did it? It was fine. Oh, George North not cutting the gap there. But it got reviewed badly, and a lot of people still now, even with Rugby 22 coming out, have said how much they hated Rugby 20, which really surprised me. But because it got such bad reviews and such bad sort of advertising from that game, the EA will look at that game and go, ooh, it's not doing very well, not sure if we want to invest in it. They come around to Rugby 22. This game to me so far is feeling, in terms of game feeling better than Rugby 20, and people have already said, we're not buying the game, we're not picking it up, the graphics look terrible, there's no England licenses, therefore I'm not buying it. So therefore this Rugby 22 game, it'd be interesting to know what their final sales are in this game, because I reckon they've not made a massive amount of money, because it sounds like a lot of people have been very negative. And yet again, EA will look at this and be like, oh, people didn't like this game, why invest in this, whereas we could invest in, I don't know, maybe a better like baseball game or something, I don't know. So people need to be more positive about rugby games and buy games and stuff. That doesn't mean just accept a terrible game. It doesn't mean like if it is bad, just don't say it's bad. If it's bad, say it's bad. But you've got to go in with an open mind and think it's positive and look for the positives in a game in order to have a game have better reviews, have better responses, and therefore bigger companies. If this game now made like £100 million this weekend, do you reckon EA would go, we probably need to make a rugby game and get all the licenses? They'd probably jump on it straight away. But it's probably not going to make that. So, I think a game they just need to do a game that lands the mechanics and lands it well, get people to agree it's a good game, and then you'll probably find those bigger companies get in. And I think these games are hard to do. There's probably a lot of coding. You've got to have like 30 people on the pitch at one time. There's more people on a pitch in a rugby game than there is in like a FIFA game. You've got to be keeping an eye on what all they're doing. There's a lot of different laws going on. You've got to code all these different things in. I imagine it's quite a hard game to actually put together. But I would like them to finally release a game that is just like perfect. Wouldn't that be so nice? I wonder how long we'll wait for it to be like truly perfect, like the 2030s or something maybe? Maybe we'll get around to it, who knows. Oh, that's a good tackle. Let's see if we can spread this wide again. Navidi. Oh, that was a dangerous pass to Bigger. Is my attack spread wide? No, it's not. I feel like it was very short. Wyn Jones. No, didn't mean to do the kick. Okay, we've got to play defensively here. Get over Nick Tompkins. I don't care if you're injured. Probably should have subbed him off like 20 minutes ago. Get that tackle in. Nice. Get in there. Nope, still not going. Come on, let's try and not concede another try. I mean, the game is already ours, but it's all about now. The glory of holding back the points. There we go. Let's just get this off the field. There we go. We'll take that as a win. Does the fullback join in the attack line? Oh, interesting, Jack. I think they do. I mean, a lot of the players move to different positions. I was talking not that long ago about how if you have a winger out, a centre will sort of move slightly wider to the wing. I think a lot of it will come down as well to your the own preferences you've set up. Of like when you're in the actual game settings. Oh, I don't know. I haven't read the question. John Alamu. If it's John Alamu, it's probably correct. Yeah, I think if you're on the team settings and stuff, we're onto the All Blacks. There's tough. And you go over to your tactics. I have a lot of setup for my fullback to remain quite far. So if you're talking more about the offense than the defense line. So I always tend to have my fullback far, mainly because AI in rugby games enjoy kicking it deep. And if you don't have someone back there, it just lands in the grass and gets up. You can, however, move the fullback to being closer, and they can join in the line if you really want to. Penetrating. If you go wide as well, again, that helps already. Having a penetrating winger line will actually make them get in the line a little bit more rather than just starting out wide when you're in the attack zone. If you start from penetrating, you have slightly better defence. And then when you manage to pick up the ball, the wingers run on with a bit of speed, and I believe that the fullback actually stays in line a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, you've got to adapt your style of play. Again, one thing I do really like about Rugby 20 and Rugby 22 is the ability to actually adapt the game to how you want to play it, and you want to make it feel a little bit more realistic. You can do a lot. A lot of people don't know. On the Xbox, I'm going to use now for an example, is if you press the LB and the RB button at the same time, you pass backwards. So you pass deeper either to your fullback or to your fly half. So if you're running, spreading the ball wider and wider and wider, you might get to your fly half in the middle of the pitch and you quickly press both buttons down at the same time. You will actually pass slightly backwards, going deeper to your fullback, and you will bring them into the line manually yourself. Not sure if it's so much that AI do it, but you can sort of force it to happen. Right, we're on to the All Blacks. This is going to be a tough game. Oh, it's the final. Wait, are we on the final? Wait, what happened there? Oh, yes, we were. I didn't even notice. Right, the final, Wales, New Zealand. Oh, my goodness, right. Oh, this could be a tough game. Oh, okay, here we go. This is going to be a fun game. Let's read a bit more the chat quickly before we get in there. I find the scoreboard tiny, smaller than usual. Yeah, it is. It could be a little bit bigger, to be fair. I like the style of it. The actual visual look of it on screen I actually prefer over Rugby 20, but it could be a little bit bigger just to help out. Is it possible that you can edit unlicensed teams in this game? Certainly not on console, JC Hunter. But yeah, I maybe on PC. I haven't actually seen a lot of people playing on PC, which is interesting. Like on YouTube, especially. I mean, now I didn't even read the question; I just pushed a button. I haven't seen a lot of gameplay from PCs, which is interesting, considering it came out on Steam. It'd be interesting to know what people might do with modifications and stuff and getting into the game files and being able to change stuff. They may be able to. I wouldn't hold your breath though if you're a console gamer. You might struggle. The grubber kicks work really well. Yeah, I think they do work well. I would quite like, which they haven't done, I did mention it in one of the other videos, was to have a random ball bounce, which was way back in the day in Rugby 06 I remember playing. And in that you could turn on a modification in the game on the PS2 for random ball bounce, and it meant that every time the ball hit the ground it would literally pick a random direction and just bounce that way, and it made it feel so much more like a rugby ball. Now, you know, sometimes you can grub a kick if you're in a park or playing a game, so you can grub a kick forwards, absolutely. Why are we both playing in black? How dumb. They still haven't fixed that. Get ready for a very awkward game of trying to work out who's who. Luckily we've got green shorts at least. But if you grub a kick a ball and you do end over end, you can make a ball go in a straight line. Absolutely, used to do that a lot when I used to play a scrum half. But you know, if you kick a ball randomly, naturally, sometimes it would be nice for the ball to bounce and just bounce wildly and mess up your attack a little bit. I would like that because it would make it feel more realistic. But again, the game has to be accessible to, you know, newcomers to rugby, new people to rugby games, so they may not want that. Oh, Wyn Jones hitting the line! That's what we want to be seeing. Still going! Still going! Look at this run! Wyn Jones has never run that far in his life. Right, let's get... Oh no, we've got to get out on the wing. Yeah, you can see there my winger still weirdly running backwards. That's actually one of the few things I really want them to fix in this game. The chasing defence of your wingers and your fullback is so odd. They don't run after them, they run backwards after them. I don't know why they do that. I really think that that needs to be looked at. I'm actually surprised that got past testing, because that must happen no matter the platform or no matter who's playing. That must be what happens, and I don't know how they actually allowed that past testing, that your players don't even like turn around to run back. They just sprint backwards, which looks silly. Oh, I should have gone left there. There was way more numbers. Right, we'll just try and make the best of it here. Oh, I did not mean to pass there. How's my attack? Is my attack spread wide? Let's attack the spread wide. Let's move my line depth up a little bit. Let's put some pressure on New Zealand. Here we go.
Well, you've got to expect they're going to be more direct with that approach.
Little inside ball, little pass back, and then left. Look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. It didn't get me anywhere, but it's cool. So yeah, for anyone that was asking before about bringing your fullbacks in, so as you go over here, you can press both buttons backwards, and you'll pop the ball backwards. So you can actually slowly bring, you know, players in like this, and it actually makes your line speed a little bit quicker. We'll do another little one if I can do. There's also a switch pass, which, oh, I didn't know my A. Why did my scrum half pick the ball up then? There is also a little switch pass that not a lot of people know about. If you do both triggers very quickly, one after another, so I'll go to Alan Wyn, I'll push the right trigger, then the left trigger very quickly, one after another. So as it goes to the left... Oh well, if it wants to work. Apparently Alan Wyn can't even catch a ball there. Let's just try and set that up a bit. Right, so here we go. So we're going to go left, one trigger, two trigger. Oh, it's absolutely not doing it. There's me trying to show off like I know what I'm doing, and it just won't do it. Go left. There you are, a little out the back door pass, and that can be really useful against the AI. They actually sort of fall for that quite a lot. There we go, a little pop pass, and then you can actually allow it to do that, and that's how you bring some of your backs into play. Because sometimes when you've got a wide line setup, I quite like the wide line attack and defence, to be honest. It can be a little bit annoying to like go through the phases. Oh, that's a good line through the middle there. It can be a bit annoying to keep landing the ball in your forwards' hands by accident. So sometimes when you pass out the back like that, you actually get it through the back's hands but rather than the forwards. Why does my scrum half keep... They have changed now in the rucking system. The button that's used to put people in the ruck, it used to be the right analog stick, and they changed it to be the left. And while I agree the left one is better because it makes more sense, the problem is when you're moving the players left in like that, if your stick hasn't quite gone back to where it's meant to be, you do... actually accidentally tell your scrum half to pick up the ball, which isn't always great. We'll go over for a try. We'll go in at half time on the up. That's always positive. Who is Reece Holland? Yeah, Reece Holland. Oh, the big boy. What do you mean who's Reece Holland? He's the England captain, isn't he? I think. Yes, Ken Owens know what he's doing. World Cup rugby is supposed to be in the works. Yeah, I've heard rumours about the World Cup, but yeah, I've still not, you know, until there's some solid concrete evidence, I'm withholding from being super invested in that. Yeah, the scrum's a little bit tricky, Tom. Once you get in the swing of it, you will pretty much begin to win every single one. Ooh, yeah, there we go, good kick. The scrum in this Rugby 22 is, the only thing that I'm finding tricky about it is as the ball is going left to right, and you've got to try and get it in the same place every time, that the actual circle that's on the ground for you to match is really, really faint. Which again is something they can fix in a patch. It's fine, but it is a little bit annoying. It's really faint. For those of you who don't know, I play on a giant TV. I don't play on like a monitor or anything. I've got like a 65-inch TV I'm currently playing on, and I actually struggle to see that circle. Like how people play this on like a, you know, maybe like a 20-inch monitor or something. You just never see that circle. You just have to guess where it is all the time. That was a lovely miss pass. Navidi takes it through the middle. No, he can't. Little pop past to Zamet here. Come on, there's a bit of room on that wing. Oh no, there wasn't. Thought we could get there. Why are they playing in the same kits? Yeah, well, that is for some reason what Eco Software love to do, unfortunately. They love putting teams in the same kits. The one that used to get me loads in Rugby 20 was Munster. If you, I did the one of the leagues playing as. Oh, who was the other one? Was it? It wasn't Ulster. It was Munster and.
Totally on top and been rewarded for their patience.
Oh, like Munster and Scarlets. It wasn't. It was I think it was an Irish club. But both of them played in red kits all the time by default, and you couldn't stop it. And they played in almost identical red kits, and it was such a mishmash on the field to know who anyone was. It was awful to do. Legend level will be interesting. Yeah, well, we'll finish the World Cup, and we'll ask you guys for some actual games you guys want to see. We'll do some requested games, and I will put the difficulty up to legendary, and we'll see just how more intense it'll be, and you guys can actually watch me lose some games. To be fair, I was overly cheerful, which was weird. Oh, we'll touch the ball down there. Let's see if this works. Well, someone did ask about the 5-metre dropouts. We've got ourselves our touchline dropout. Here we are. You can move the ball up and down. This is fun. Right, where do you want to go? Where have they not got a lot of people? Right, let's go here. And we'll kick it towards touch, and theoretically it should stay within touch.
We're now in the 56th minute, and it's 0-40.
There we are. Hey, that was not a bad kick there. I was quite happy with that one. We actually got a bit of ground there. We managed to get out a little bit. Let's see if we can spread wide. Wyn Jones. Good miss pass to George North. Got to be one. Oh, George North, get that out, man. What are you doing? Fast ball. Oh, we're going to have to try and outrun Will Jordan. Oh, yeah, not a chance. Will Jordan in this game is rapid. He is so hard to try and get around. Here we go. We'll try and steal this back from the line-out. Again, the line-out system, I do prefer the Rugby 22 line-out system over the Rugby 20 line-out system. However, already I feel like I've got the line-out system absolutely down. I don't remember what the last line-out I lost was. I don't know if I've lost one on the stream tonight. You guys might have picked up on that more than me. But I feel like I've won every single one so far. Good handoff. Let's go wide. Cat Owens. Oh, couldn't get through the line. Let's try and do. Let's mess about with some of the set plays for a bit. Let's go for the wide out again. What are all the difficulties in the game? So you start off with amateur, and then you've got semi-pro, pro, which we're playing on at the minute, and then there is a legendary level, which is their new mega hard level for all the weirdos like me who who play this game way too much and therefore need it to have a harder difficulty. Have they fixed the kits? Yeah, I mean, again, the kit issue is bizarre because you feel like it would be so easy to fix and just be like, or even before the game starts off, if you don't want to write into a piece of code, you know, don't allow two teams to play in the same kit, allow in that main menu to have the player change one of the kits to the away kit. Oh, that was a try all day long. How did you let that go begging? We'll try and get out the wing. Oh, Tom Francis not going anywhere there. Well, we've taken the game, guys. Let's see if we can finish off with a little bit of a flurry here. Let's see if we can do something special. How are we going to work this? I can't get anyone here. Right, here we go. There we go. Adam Beard out to the wing. Josh Adams, little step inside. Oh, we're going to set up for the maul. Here we go. Again, the maul I have found a bit tricky to get into because it's X to push the maul forwards, but it's B to add a player, which is like the wrong side for where your thumb is, which is kind of interesting to get used to. Okay, here we go. Wide again, up and under. Here we go. Yeah, that didn't look weird at all. It was a cool try, don't get me wrong. I feel like that ball did not land anywhere near where George North was. We'll watch it on the replay. So we went one pass. This is an awful camera angle. The up and under. I mean, how far away was George North here? Yeah, that was a teleporting ball. Hey, it's the World Cup final. You got to show off. I mean, if you can't show off by making a ball teleport, of course I'm going to miss the final kick. Why not? Why not? Yeah, sounds about right. He got stuck on the thing. I didn't notice. Why is that not an achievement? Get the ball stuck on the sponge square. Looks brilliant. Right, so let's see what you get for winning the World Cup. So for winning the World Cup here, as the final game, we got 4,000 SP. Let's see what happens. What year? Oh, I have no idea. here's some ancient history. This question's going to be over by the time you guys are able to see it on stream, I imagine, so I'll just pick a random number. If in doubt, press A. Didn't work that time. How do you push in the scrum, Tom asks. So, in the scrum, so you've got the two coloured bars, you've got the orange and the blue sort of semicircle bar. As your line moves up to it, you have to, first of all, it's down with both analog sticks. Then the touch is both triggers, and then the engage is both sticks forward. And then there is a little ball behind your opponents, and underneath that little white ball, there is a blue circle that moves around the scrum, and you have to manually follow where that ball is going, or where the circle's going with the ball, and try and keep it in for as long as possible, and then you boost the your scrum power, and that's sort of how it works, and eventually you get good in it. Normally, if you win the scrum, just get the ball out there as soon as possible in case you lose it. Right, congratulations, we have been crowned the world champions. We got 500 SP for doing that. That's right, guys, 500 SP for winning the World Cup. Cool. That's literally it. You get 500 SP, do you? Wow. How much did we say a pack was? 100 and something thousand? Alright, we have got a pack. We'll open a pack, because I haven't opened a pack yet. You get 5 players at least. I don't know any of those names. Alexander Pearson, Nico Lee. Is that Nico Lee? Okay, cool. There we are, that was worth it. How many points are we up to now? 68,000 or something? We're around this marker. We're around... My goodness. It's so much money for a pack. And you only get 5 cards in each one. What did we say we needed for England? 190 something thousand, was it? South Africa and England, 170 for England, 191,000 for... My goodness. Is that even going to be worth it? Is that even going to be worth trying to get that expensive pack? Is it not actually probably better just to keep buying the epic player packs? Like, you can get 3 of them for the price of 1 pack. You'll probably end up with better players anyway. I don't know. Are you still doing pro difficulty? We are still doing pro difficulty. We'll change that now, shall we? Go on, let's change that now. Let's make it more interesting. Here we go. Legend. Onto the legend difficulty. I've just realised, actually, I don't think I got the... is there not an achievement for winning the World Cup? Win the World Cup. Is that not what we just did? Is that not a thing? Apparently no one's unlocked it, so they've obviously got some glitched achievements and stuff as well. Grubber kicks are a bit OP. Yeah, grubber kicks seem to be OP. I mean, you've got to do them correctly. It probably doesn't help that I've spent way too long playing Rugby 20. You've got to kick around them. The AI are a little bit better about stopping your grubber kicks. They try and get in front of them as much as possible. So, that does had a match against Breve and lost 41-7. Yeah, there's some good scores. Yeah, that's what I mean. Check out Legendary, Tom. Check out Legendary. Lose by 100, and then when you go back to semi-pro, you'll probably find it much easier to keep track of. You have lost at least one lineup. Yeah, I probably have. It just doesn't feel like a lot. It's not feel very consistent. When there's a knock on, the ref puts his arm up for a penalty and then gives a scrum. Yeah, there's plenty of things going to be going on. Would you say the game is worth playing? I'd absolutely say it's worth playing. Who said that? Ari. Yeah, I'd absolutely say it's worth playing by all means. It's a fun game and I'm enjoying it. In terms of price point, how much you want to spend buying it, I mean, that's going to be, totally up to you. We've already had talks. Some people believe it's on Steam for like half the price it is on console. So if you've got a PC and you double check that it's actually cheaper, yeah, feel free to find it out there. What games do we want to see, guys? We're going to check it on just a random match. I'll see what people just happen to chuck down in. I might pick, if you guys drop a random team, and I'll pick 2 teams that sound like fun to play with. We are now moving on to legendary mode, so we'll see how bad it's going to be. I quite like the referee and how it can differentiate depending on what you're playing. If you're playing, yes, I actually noticed that. Silent Wraith. There was I was playing. I did a little test game just for a bit of footage of 2 French teams playing. And the referee was there in a red kit, and he changed all completely. I was like, "That's a nice touch. It's nice. Little things like that definitely need to be in the game." Okay, Alexon, how are you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. Yes, I am doing well. I am excited to be playing this game. I am enjoying playing through it. I hope you're doing well too. I hope you're looking forward to Italy getting a Grand Slam. Is that the the hope? Is that what we're really hoping for? It's going to be tough. I think Italy can have another probable year. Can you go into the career mode? Absolutely. Someone asked us to check out the career mode. I'll wait for some people to check out some teams for now. We'll check out the career mode quickly. So the career mode, I did a video on. It's on the channel in case you guys want to actually sit down and watch how it all goes. Basically, you go in. One thing I am looking forward to doing this. We could do a little bit of this later on if people want to see it actually. Which is you now have a pre-season, which is really nice for a club mode. You pick what difficulty you want to do it on, and depending what difficulty you play, it's how difficult the team is as well, which is nice. You earn money, more money for whichever difficulty you do. I think that's a really nice thing. Of course, they've kept. I've got this mishmash of random players that I had available to me in my team. I haven't yet, not really there. The finances thing, injury, healing, staff. It's all quite similar to Rugby 20. You know, you pay a certain amount and you get to do that. Next upgrade is there, so it doesn't look like you're going to be doing the sort of every few games that you unlock, or every time you win a championship you unlock a higher level staff member. It looks like you're actually buying them now in order to get stuff. Chance of increase in finding good players. I mean, that might be useful. Maybe that's a way to find them. Maybe that's how that guy found Cheslin Colby in his team on the multiplayer. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that. We might be doing a bit of that later on if people want to. Just subscribed to you a few hours ago. I want to get the game, but want to see the new career mode. Yeah, absolutely. Well, too. We can do about that. Has anyone put a game down? Someone did actually say they wanted to see. Sorry, I've got to try and remember now from right back at the start of the stream. Someone did say they wanted to see the Ireland roster, who was actually on the Ireland team. Let's just quickly let's check that on. Just in case people want to go through, they want to know how many players licensed. Ireland actually have the people's faces in, which is nice. Oh, bar Jack Conan. Of course, I said that just as there. It looks like a nice setup for Ireland, to be fair. This looks like pretty much the starting Ireland team. I wouldn't necessarily make any adjustments to that. Some people might put Keith Earls on, rather than Andrew Conway, but, that seems about right. Finlay Beanham, Keane Healy, Herring, Conor Murray, maybe people would put ahead of Gibson Park, but, not a bad sub. Carberry, Tyke Byrne, or even in a game, Tyke Byrne has to start on the bench. How horrible. That man is so good at rugby. He's only 2 stars. How is Tyke Byrne rated 2 stars? Tyke Byrne is unbelievable. Tyke Byrne is such a good player. He's rated 2 stars. Wow, that feels brutal. Oh man, they do no justice to Tyke Byrne in any of these games. We're buying it on Steam, way cheaper. If it is actually way cheaper, Ari, I would absolutely agree. Go buy it on Steam if you've got a PC or a laptop that can handle it. Absolutely go for it. Scarlet's Monster. Scarlet's Monster has an actual game. Yeah, we can do Scarlet's Monster. This is in case I don't know if anyone's seen about the Gallagher Premiership. This is what this has turned into as well now. This is the England teams. For anyone who's tuning in who may be an England supporter who was thinking about buying the game, is based in England. This is what England currently is, which at least they added it. At least they added something in, I guess. But yeah, I can probably imagine not a lot of people are going to be too happy about that. Right, let's do. We'll do one of the. What was it? Munster something? I've forgotten. Scarlet's Munster. We'll do Scarlet's Munster on Legendary. It's our first game on Legendary. We'll fall into it, and then if it's not too terrible, we might check out the career mode. The only thing I'm worried about is doing the career mode on Legendary and losing like every game instantly and not really getting anywhere. What are we doing? Munster. Yep, Scarlet's Munster. There we go. Let's do it. Throw off. What's the name we fancy? Let's just go to a park. There you are. Nothing like the Pro 12 final. However, it's played in someone's back garden. Here we go. Which player scored the most tries? No idea. Let's just let my thumb do a pick. Tom Varnell. Hey, we got it right. There we are. I don't know if these questions actually help me learn anything in this game, or if I just pick answers all the way. It's a shame you can't play as the away side, but ultimately that doesn't matter as the stadiums. Yeah, that would be nice little, I think even like I've got a thing like sort of like FIFA like 07. used to have the ability, if you pick the teams, then you pick like which side you wanted to be on. You like move the controller left or right depending on what team you wanted to be on. So that was a lot of fun. People saw the video. Is it just me, or is Colby not in the game? Yes, James. We've been discussing this, which I found astonishing. I did not know this till someone mentioned it in the comments. Yeah, the Cheslin Colby isn't like there. However, I did play a game online, and someone had Cheslin Colby in their created team, and I beat him. So, haha, I'm amazing. Oh wow, we did not get even close to that one there. Let's see how much we lose this game by. What do we reckon? Okay. Let's see if we can try and get in here. Come on, boys. Let's. Oh, we can't even win a ruck at the minute. Okay, but we're making ground. They win these rucks so quickly on Legendary. Another good tackle there. Keep closing down the line. That's good. Okay, that's positive. Kieran Hardy's found some space. Oh, didn't manage to get through there. You know what? Hey, we're here to win, boys. We're here to win. No messing. Yeah, drop kick off the post. Hey, that's what you want to be seeing. How many times have you ever seen Jonathan Davis take a little drop goal? Despite being on the cover, yeah, I can't believe that Cheslin Colby isn't just sort of apparent. I mean, again, quite surprised that they. I was quite surprised that they picked the French club. I know, Nakar, Nico Software, they are so tied in with French rugby. But I think it would have been cool to maybe have different box cover. No offense to any of the players that are on the covers, but the French club level doesn't mean a great deal to me. Being based in the UK, I don't really get to see any of it. I have other commitments alongside trying to watch love rugby. I don't get enough time to watch the United Rugby Championship, let alone watch French club level. But I think it could have been cool just to have, pick different cases or do different stuff, or maybe to have done different players from different nationalities on different cases depending on where the game was going. I've seen a lot of people talk about Will Skelton on the box art, and why is Will Skelton there out of all the players? They've obviously tried to be try and get as many different nationalities on the box while still maintaining the affiliation with the French clubs. But it is strange to have Cheslin Colby, considering the fact that they don't have South Africa on the box art. I thought that was a big call. I remember most answers to the quiz questions from Rugby 20. Yeah, I don't think the questions are that different. Estamore, where is the World Cup? The World Cup is in the game. We've literally just played through. Well, what do they call it? They don't call it the World Cup. They call it the National Series or something. Again, weird. Is there no copyright you can get around with that? The World Championship. Does that not do the same thing? Is that copyrighted? Surely. International Rugby Championship. There's got to be. I actually don't know why they keep calling it. I much prefer the term international to national. When it comes to rugby. No idea why, I just do. If I ever talk about international rugby, I say international rugby, but they do call it national teams and stuff on here rather than international teams, but I guess it's interchangeable, really. Was that a knock-on? Not like he just headbutted the ball. I think the head is fine, isn't it? Also missing Teddy Tomat from Racing. Yeah, someone else pointed that out as well. James everyone's pointing this out. I've completely missed this. People picking that up. Again, yeah. Weird for Teddy Tomat, unless they've legitimately missed some players, which is always an opportunity. I can't believe players sign off on being in a game. Surely, if you're tied into a club, you're contractually obliged to be in a game if they sign over their team to be in the game. I can't imagine someone approached Teddy Tomat and said, "Do you want to be in this game?" And he said no. Maybe they genuinely missed him out, but it would be quite bad considering, French international, high-end international, not in the game. I didn't actually look to see if Teddy Tomat was actually in the French international team, and maybe just not in the club level team. Oh, that was a big call. You know what? We'll take that. Hey, you know what? 10-0 at half-time. First game on Legendary. Happy. Very happy with that. We'll take that one. It would be nice if they'd had one WRC player. Yeah, I think I think that would have been better. It would have been if you've got the 3 leagues, have one player or one of the most notable players from each league. I think that would have been good.
And the second half of the
Yeah, I mean, you know, you all have your own slight biases. I mean, I did when they first announced this game. I called for Alan Wynne, and people were like, "Whoa, you're super biased." I was like, "Yes," but I thought Alan Wynne would have been a really good choice, mainly because Wales had just won the Six Nations, and then he was going on to captain the Lions team. And so I thought, in terms of like rugby talismans, whether it's Northern or Southern Hemisphere, a lot of people would have known Alan Wynne. And even if you weren't, you know, that knowledgeable on rugby necessarily, you probably have seen Alan Wynne somewhere. I thought maybe he would have got on there. They haven't. You know, instead we've got Will Skelton, which, you know, if you're you know, an Aussie supporter, great. You know, awesome you got that there. But I have seen quite a few comments about why is Will Skelton on there, and he's also the same height as Cheslin Colby on the box, which is weird. Like, at least keep them the same height and make it a bit funny. You know, like 6'9", like Will Skelton stood next to 5'2" Cheslin Colby. Would have been a great laugh on a box. Oh, that's a good kick. Is it going to go too deep? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, we'll take that one. That's fine. The Nations Cup. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, it's a weird name. Is there Super Rugby? Rubes Black, hopefully I'm saying your name right. No, there's no Super Rugby, unfortunately, which, again, I thought there would be, because they've got New Zealand. I thought they would have, and Australia, actually, as well, yeah. So maybe not all the teams, but I at least thought, with them getting the affiliation for New Zealand, personally, I probably would have expected a lot of the New Zealand teams. It was actually something I was really looking forward to, because I've slowly been getting more and more into the Super Rugby Aotearoa as it's been going on over the last couple of years. I really didn't know a lot about New Zealand club level rugby, or even New Zealand international rugby that much, you know, apart from when we saw them on, you know, in a World Cup stage or something. But I didn't really know who people were. But having watched a lot of the Super Rugby Aotearoa, it's one of the reasons I'm so excited to play as New Zealand in this game, because I know who the players are, as opposed to some of the other teams, which I'm still not. You know, I'm still not necessarily fully versed on some of the Australian club level teams. You know, I'm sure there's a couple of up-and-coming players in Australia which we should really be keeping an eye out on the international world, you know, stage, who I have no idea who they are. So I really enjoy getting into the sort of club level teams where I don't know a lot about them, because then it helps me learn, but I also get to see some really good rugby because it was in New Zealand, and just watching the teams hammer each other. The Crusaders are so good. You're like, wow, these lads. Then you find out that basically half the New Zealand team plays for the Crusaders, and you think, yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, come on, there's got to be room down this wing. Kieran Hardy, for some reason, decided to take it through the middle of the ruck. Let's keep going. Something they've never added into this game as well is the idea of a pick and drive, which I think could be cool. Rather than like your scrum half having to pick up the ball. Again, I'm going to go back to Rugby 2011 here. Rugby 2011, your scrum half could pick up the ball if you moved the analog stick. Or you could have one of the forwards pick it up if you pushed A or B or X on the Xbox. And I thought that was really cool. You could actually begin a pick and drive on the try line. And I thought that was just a really cool idea. Right, guys, 10-0, the first legendary game. We've got a win. I feel happy about that. We got bonus 0.0 for SP points, weirdly. European Championship. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Chris Ashton. Hey, we're all right. He used to be quite good at scoring tries. I'll go for Chris Ashton. He's in neither team, is he, James? Oh, right. So he's not even in the French team. Wow. Maybe they've legitimately forgot him. Maybe there's a copyright issue for just Teddy Thomas. I do also think, as a much cooler menu system, would it not be way more fun instead of just having Antoine Dupont constantly nail Aaron Smith if they had like random players tackling random players? It could still be just the licensed international teams, but just, you know, I think that would make it much more interesting to just sit on the menu screen and just watch, like, I don't know, you see like Alan Wynne just smashing into like like Michael Hooper or something. Just keep changing up the international team. I don't know why it's just the two same characters tackling each other. I would like it if it was some different ones. Max D, can you show the Ireland squad? Yeah, we did just show off the squad, Max. I'll quickly just chuck it on while we decide what we want to do. Who wants to see the career mode? Should we start some of the career mode or something? I'll chuck this on for Max quickly because I think it was you who asked before, Max. I'll just sort of rotate through them while I'm reading the chat. Your first game on Pro 7-5 loss, first game on Legend 10-0 win. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just that good, Silent Wraith. I just I can get used to these games very, very quickly. Daffs says Rugby World Cup 2011 or Rugby 22. Really hard call. I have a real biased opinion of Rugby 2011. I love Rugby 2011. I think Rugby 2011 is such a good game in so many different ways. It has its own issues, and graphically, if you play it now, it looks pretty bad. But the idea of the style of rugby game it was is really nice to see the shift. Anyway, Rugby 22 is so built around... Oh, Rugby 20, I should say. Rugby 20 was built around pure attack. If you made a team that was brilliant at going forwards and attacking, you would score a bunch of tries, you would win. Rugby 2011 was so much more based around defence. If you got a few points ahead, you just had to cling on for dear life, and you had to learn how to be good at defence. That's how you won a game. Rugby 22... is a bit of both, which I quite like. It's found that middle ground of extreme. You certainly are going to score points in this game, but you will concede points, and all it takes is one slip up, and the AI will just run the length of the pitch for it. So, you know, it's hard to say. I love Rugby 2011. It's one of my favourite rugby games of all time, if not the favourite game of all time. But all I think this Rugby 22 needs is a couple of tweaks, a couple of patches, just to make a couple of things better. Maybe add Teddy Tomat in. You know, I can imagine this game maybe taking over that. I'm really enjoying this game. I really haven't seen a lot of downside. Minus the graphical glitches and not necessarily looking the prettiest game in live game, I'm really enjoying this game. And I kind of wish there was also an England and South Africa licensed team as well. I think that'd be nice. Is every player a fake player on the English teams? That is a good question. I have no idea. I would absolutely imagine so. I think it would be outrageous if they created real teams. I'd say I've got to try and think who's even in teams. There you are, Jamie Roberts playing lock. Yeah, certainly no names jumping out there for me. Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, it would have been a big ask. I would imagine they'd be facing quite a few different. I mean, the other side would be who even are teams. I imagine like London's meant to be like Wasps. I imagine that's why they kept the short. I can't say I'm fully versed in a lot of the Gallagher teams. Like Manchester. I mean, who even is Manchester? Who's Manchester meant to represent? I can't even think off the top of my head who is based in Manchester for that. You know, Northampton. You know, Northampton Saints. I wonder if they've like got Dan Bigger. Is Dan Bigger still playing for Northampton now? Yeah, they don't even have Bigger. I thought maybe they'd have added the licensed players into the teams they were meant to be. Maybe, but it looks like they're all fake. You just beat Leinster 63-0 on semi-pro. Oh, there you go. Now you're getting the hang of it. The results show the mechanics have changed. These are awesome. Imagine playing 80 minutes. Yeah, hey, I did 80-minute game or 60 to 80-minute games on Rugby 20 to earn all the SP points. There were some long games. Go on, let's check out the career. I'm interested. Let's check out the career. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be interested by the career as well. So let's go on here. So, starting out with a friendly game. What is our team rated? I don't even know. 50 something? 51. It's actually gone down. It was 53 when I realised on the video I was rated like 53 till I got about here, and it started going downwards, including our Portuguese man. That's what we want. I want him to score a try. You just don't get to see Portuguese people anywhere in this game. Go on, let's do. So we'll do Canal. We'll play Legendary. And you've got to now do this betting system, which is bizarre. I'm amazed this is in the game. It's a nice way to gain like SP points. How many tries? I'm just gonna say 1. How many? What are we even gonna call this? R currency. It's R points. I don't know what. It just looks like a letter R with a line through it. Let's do 200. We'll say we'll get 1 try. That's our aim for this game. What was the nickname of the New Zealand team before being known as the All Blacks? Was it not the Kiwis? The Originals? Was that a thing? Maybe I got that completely wrong. I have heard many a people describe New Zealand as the Kiwis. So, well, maybe I'm completely wrong in that one. I'm just going to show some terrible levels of intelligence when it comes to rugby now. I don't understand why they didn't make the fake England, South Africa the actual right colour and just the country flag as badges. Yeah, they could have done. There's so many different... I mean, the fact that England are just yellow, like, why? Like, you had the ability to make them white. They are not licensed white colours, are they? It's, you know, it's absolutely fine. Or even just do the away kits, you know, or maybe a kit from a year previous. They've kept in like a black and red kit for England, which, if I remember, was a good number of years back now. 5 or 6 years. Didn't they used to have like a sort of grey and red, like away kit? Right, here we go. We're kicking straight off against Connacht. Let's see how we get on. We are the champions because you can now, of course, name your club level team. However, it is not whatever name you want it to be. It's whatever name you want to choose from the chosen list for you, which is weird. Okay, now we're not going to have a very good team here, so we're going to have to try and work our way up to this line slowly. Rockoduru, here he goes. Little sidestep. Here we go. Oh, okay, he does not have the pace for this. Let's try and recover this a little bit here. Here we go, straight up the middle. Vincent gets taken down straight away. I've got a mismatch of... it's mainly French players, I think, as this team. Oh! Viatau straight through the middle. Ward to Millet, going wide again. Come on, Nami, in for the try. Right, we got our bet anyway. I mean, that's got to be a positive at least. Right, let's see how our kicker does. I have no idea how this guy's kicking stats are going to be like. Let's see. That looks about right. Yeah? Maybe? Yeah! Doing better than I did with Dan Bigger anyway. I've got a bit more used to the game now. Tom had peppers, onions, mushrooms and tomatoes on a pizza. That is a loaded pizza. You're probably a little bit more healthier than me, Tom. I would have absolutely loaded that up with meat for days. That's how I tend to do pizza. A little inside, right, and then... oh, we couldn't go left again.
The ball's moved on.
D Ward. Oh, D Ward's got some good feet work. The only problem is I have no idea what position anyone is. Because it's just a mishmash of teams. It's really hard to pick up the shirt numbers on people's things. So it's really hard to... oh, no. Right, come on. Last man tackle. That was a hell of a spin. All right, fair play. Well done. Good try. There was a nice little rotational spin there.
They put it all together there. A fine move that ended with a fine
mistake has been made in many teams. They're missing their star player, even though they are completely licensed. I hope it will be fixed. Yeah, Max. I'm sure it will. Again, people have got to. It's day one. It's day one. This game has been out. I think it came like officially out in the UK at like 9 AM. It arrived for me in the post at like 10 AM. So it's been out for less than 12 hours. So I've seen quite a few people online, I want a refund. Oh, this game isn't what it wanted to be. I'm sure there will be people who will be genuinely annoyed at the concept of there being players missed off. Is it something that they could patch into a game in an update? Absolutely. So perfectly fine. I don't let stuff like that make it like negative for me. And hopefully no one watching also does that as well. But, I'm sure there are plenty of people in this world that take that very greatly to heart. Right, here goes our... look at this guy moonwalking that I'm highlighting. Like Michael Jackson. Why does he need to moonwalk? That was a great blitz defense there from our dude. Oh, I went for the interception. Didn't work. Oh, no one's going to be challenging that one there. Oh, I thought they were going to go right. That was a good call from the AI then. I'm trying to pick up on what the difficulty increase from Pro to Legendary has actually done to the AI. So far... it's made the rucks tougher. I can't say they've marked my players better. I'm still getting round on this right wing. They're not really defending that right wing very well. Oh, that's a pass to Atherton. Straight through the middle there. That's what we wanted. And again, Aberdeen. I'm a blue Aberdeen. Let's go through. Let's... Millet to Vincent. Oh, that's not the sidestep. I've still got to get used to which way around the sidesteps are. I used to know them all in Rugby 20. They've shifted them a little bit. Oh, go wide. Go wide. Get it wide, Hamilton. And one more. And one more. No, give it out. Oh, and he's turned it over. An outrageous turnover. That's a try-saving turnover there. Right. Nami going through. Can't make his way through. Giro goes down as well. Struggling to make any ground here. We'll try and spread it a little bit wider here.
They're going to work hard for the ball.
Oh, no, we've lost it again. Okay, well, now we're just losing yards. Oh, that's a great dummy. Show and go. Take him down. I would also like when when you go into a ruck in this game, you have the ability to jackal, which is pretty quick. And if you jackal too much, you will give away a penalty for putting hands in the ruck. But I would actually really like if a player was isolated and you jackaled, that if a player did not necessarily, wow, that was quick. If a player didn't release the ball, that you could give away a penalty for holding onto the ball on the ground. Because currently the only person who gets penalised in jackaling is the jackaler, not the person on the ball. Even if they're completely isolated and you get 2 people over the top of them, they still for some reason manage to get away from it. Oh, that scrum half is in desperate trouble there, trying to get... Oh, that's a good tackle last ditch. Did anyone also notice in the line-out that it wasn't highlighted which jumper they were using? So there's another switch as well from Pro to Legendary. You no longer have the foresight of which jumper they're doing. You've actually got to watch the jumpers. Like that, that's a nice touch. Because that's genuinely quite hard to keep track of. Get it out there! Oh, God, the blitz defence! I should have ended this game 10 minutes ago, back when we were up there end of the pitch. I can't get the ball turned over anywhere here. I'm going to run wide for him. Good tackle. Oh, how do you get that away? Get in. Oh, I can't turn this over. If you can hear the buttons clacking like anything in front of the microphone. Because he's trying... so here, can we give something... Oh, do we try and run it now? Oh, Nami! He's still going! No, he's going to get taken into it. That's fine. Apparently we got an achievement for something. Turning a ball over in the 5-metre line or something. That's fine. Okay. 7-all. Seems fine. My players are, dead. What's going on here? Right, I remember we have a replacement hooker, 1 replacement prop. Who's better rated out of these 2? Let's get rid of you for another lock. And who's my better rated flanker, would we say? Look how many stats. Again, this is really nice. The amount of stats. If you are into rugby stuff, look at how many stats there are. This is great. How many numbers there are to look through. I'm seeing more high numbers for this guy, I think. Oh, he's got a better scrum score. Better scrum score and a better line-out score. Nope, you're going in, buddy. Get yourself on the field. Oh, my winger's also down. I don't know if I have a replacement winger. I can't remember who said it before, but about the substitutes should be different colours, and I absolutely agree. The substitutes being the same colour is so dumb. Right, Bosquets, get yourself on the field, buddy. Going in on the winger position. A couple of post-launch updates would go a long way to reaching new players and keeping the community happy and active. Absolutely, Jake. I completely agree. Hopefully, they stick with this game. This game has been so weird in terms of the conception to release, the marketing for this game. It might be one of the worst marketed games I have ever seen for the end result. This game is actually really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. I mean, I'm doing a stream as well. Oh wow, we're going to start losing every line out as well now. But the way they advertised this game made it feel like they were almost a little bit ashamed of it, or they were just trying to sweep it under the rug a little bit. When it came out on the original trailer, it had a 30-second section on the Nakon event thing. Meanwhile, this skateboard game got a full 8 minutes, and I felt so disappointed. I was like, oh, they're going to make a really bad rugby game, and they know it's bad, and they're going to sweep it under the rug. But the end result is good. I'm enjoying this rugby game. So why have they marketed it so badly? And it goes beyondwards. If they need to stay on top of this game and keep it being good. Keep doing post-launch updates. Add some new players in. Maybe if people complain about the price of the packs, maybe it's worth readjusting the price of the packs and stuff. I don't think that would be a necessarily bad move, but it will just keep people interested. In Rugby 20, they abandoned the game after 6 months or so and just stopped doing updates, which I thought was so weird. I definitely shouldn't be allowed to catch that, should I? Unless it came off of them. Let's try and stay on top of this. So yeah, I really hope they keep on top of this and just do a couple of updates. I have tweeted at them just to let them know that on the Xbox One that I'm playing on, that some of the players look ever so slightly blurry, which I think is I mean, someone a lot more knowledgeable than me did drop in the chat earlier on why that is in terms of computer circles. Yeah, I don't know a lot about that, but hopefully that'll be something they could actually just fix in a patch. Oh, Vincent, come on, little grubber kick through. We've got a bit of room. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going.
Look at the energy, the dynamism of it all.
Smash through.
Oh, he's put absolutely
Smash through.
everything into that handoff.
Come on, Daniel, get over the line, man. Oh no, stop picking the ball up when I don't want you to. D Ward, over the line. Crash ball, that's what we like to see. What am I streaming next? Asked Tom. I've no idea, to be honest, Tom. I plan my weeks out like the day before. I have no idea when I'll be doing the next stream after this. If people want to see another stream, absolutely up for doing more streaming of Rugby 22. I'm enjoying this. I enjoyed looking at chat and seeing a bunch of people here. So I can look into doing another stream if people want to see it. Maybe if they do some updates as well, I might keep doing streams every time they do like a big update for it. Just that people can see all the new updates, or when people see what happens with it. I might be a little bit tied up just around all the Six Nations stuff, just because so much of my time gets consumed with Six Nations stuff in terms of doing like the preview videos, any like post-match videos, actually sitting down and enjoying the games myself. Being able to just watch some games of some rugby on the television is fun. The Team of the Week videos. I've got the Fantasy League going on as well, which anyone who's watching who's not part of and wants to get involved, feel free. It's absolutely free. It's on the Super Brew app. There is a video on the channel of how to join the group. You can show off your Six Nations knowledge by picking fantasy teams. Feel free to get involved with that. Aberdee. Oh, no, couldn't get the touch on the corner. Catch you soon, pal. Oh, Tom was off. No worries, Tom. Catch you next time. One thing I don't understand is they can't get licensed to English teams, but they still have the Gallagher Premiership logo on the pitch. Yes, I've actually also noticed some of the questions they have in the... apparently that was an achievement as well. Some of the questions they have in this ending screen here, I have seen at least 3 questions about the Gallagher Premiership. It's almost like they were planning on having them in, and then got told at the last minute they weren't going to have them in. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I forgot 2 seconds. Don't know. Push a button. Johnny Wilkinson. Don't know. Had a guess. Didn't even read the question. Was it something good? Was it something bad? It's like, who won the most lineouts? Yeah, Johnny Wilkinson. Maybe. Who knows? Okay, training recommendations. Give you the chance to upgrade your skills of all your team members. The stat improvement depends on your performance during training. Okay, so we've got some training on the go now. So we can do sprinting, attacking, offensive tackling, defensive tackling. Oh, in terms of like turnovers, right, I see. But then also jackling. Interception, defensive catch, pass complete. Oh, wow, there's loads to do. Teamwork, influence, pass complete. I'm not really experiencing too many passes not going correctly. That feels like it's necessary. I think attack and line breaks is going to be the more useful one. Let's give this a go. How many points did Ronan O'Gara score? Don't know. He must have got over 1,000. Did he get 1,300? He must have had it. Oh, during the European Championships Cup. Oh, not like full. I don't know. It was 1,300. Pushed the wrong one. How many? He got 1,300 in just the European. How many points was Ronan O'Gara on by the end of his career overall? He must have been on thousands then. Coverage is a small thing, but it makes such a big difference. Yeah, Silent Wraith, I think colour differentiation would have absolutely made their team signals a little bit better. I think it's good. Thought it would be terrible. Yeah, a lot of people have just got a real negative feeling that this game was going to be bad, and it isn't. It just isn't. It's actually quite good. If it's worth the £45 marker, don't know. Very different sort of thing. I would explain the written 60 official teams. Oh, yeah, in fact, I need to talk about that. There's no way I can show you guys. So on all of the advertisements they did, it had 60 official teams, and it was building up. It had 60 official teams. I have the box in front of me here. It arrived today. They've changed it now to it has over 50 official teams, which means I genuinely think at one point they had the Gallagher Premiership, and right at the end they pulled out. And they've had to try and change all their stuff for it. It's outrageous. I can't believe it's still on like the game website. You can still see it says 60, and they've had to change it on the box art to 50 because they found it wasn't going to happen. A maul starts with 3 players, including a ball carrier. The objective is to get the upper hand. Okay, so we're doing mauls basically. Press B to add more players. Oh, right. Okay. Well, yeah, we know. push back the opponent's team to power over the maul. Okay, cool. Oh, wow. Wow. Increase the power by pressing X repeatedly as fast as possible. Yes, I got a pretty quick finger touch. We can... Yeah, big drive. Here we go. Push them over. Very good. Absolutely. I know. I'm brilliant. Okay, do it. Okay. When a maul is formed, with the opposition in possession of the ball, the goal is to prevent them from gaining meters. Okay. If the ball stops in the even zone for 3 seconds, the ball has to be played. Right, I actually didn't know that. Okay, that's quite useful to know. Okay, so we need to get... the opponent has the advantage in his power. Increase your power by pressing X repeatedly. Now, it is quite difficult to push X and do this, but also, like, add players. You almost have to, like, release your left hand and... like reach over to push it. Why is that 7 out of 8? I succeeded in both. Right, so we've done that. Oh, we've got stamina. Okay, I didn't pay attention to stamina. Which is the only Scottish team to have won the Pro 14. Oh god, my mind's gone blank. I don't know, Glasgow? Yeah. Oh, my mind went absolutely blank then. I think it's because I read Aberdeen first, and it was like, wait, did Aberdeen do something amazing that I was completely unaware of? Right, what are we in now? Okay, we're still on the pre-season friendly. Oh god, that looks big. Okay, what's actually going on with this? How many pre-seasons do we do? What does it say? Profit friendly 1 goal championship versus... This is not the best events page, is it really? I don't really know what I'm looking at. What's the date now? What games have we played? Is the 12th of the 2nd that's in green, is that the one we won? Is that the one we're on now? I think that could use a bit of work. That's not necessarily the best graphics. Again, so many of these things I feel could have been covered in if they'd actually done a beta for this game. I feel like they probably could have got a lot more done. Let's go against Glasgow. We'll do 1 try again. I just can't believe I'm going to get more than 1 try. Are they higher rated than Connacht? I think they are as well. Let's stick with 200. Let's go again. Let's go again with these boys, and we'll see how we get on. Let's check the chat, make sure my laptop's not about to burst into flames yet. The stream's actually done alright though. We've actually had quite a lot of people attending this stream, which has been really nice. Obviously, people are super interested in Rugby 22 as it's been coming out, which is a lot of fun. It's done really well on the channel. The channel's got a whole bunch more subscribers. We've had a whole bunch of viewers. It's been awesome. I'm loving that people are getting so into checking out Rugby 22. I kind of wish these loading screens were less though. Like, this is a long loading screen. And I think this could be improved as well. I mean, it's very useful. I mean, the fact that you can actually go through these really quickly and just double check. This was very useful for me in my very first game, just to quickly read everything. I do think these loading screens go on for a long, long time though. Before you get, I actually think it's longer than Rugby 20. Start a match. What was that? I don't know what we did there. There was a challenge there. Start a match with what? Something progression? Alrighty, on to Glasgow. We're back in our little park. They're playing. Oh, I didn't check my stamina. Oh no, look at my team. Alright, looks like we're playing the first half with no stamina, boys. Let's see how we get on. Obviously our try is going to need to come in the second half, I'm going to guess here. Let's get a little offload via Tau, Atherton. Oh, not the best pass in the world. Has to shut that down very quickly. Oh, my Jackal didn't get successful. Yeah, I don't quite know what the Jackal does in this game. Great interception from Hamilton. The Jackal is... it goes green when you time it correctly, as if you've like successfully jackaled, but then you don't get a penalty for them like holding on to the ball. Nothing happens. So I don't really know what jackling does for you, apart from like help boost your chance to win the ruck ever so slightly, which probably would happen by just adding more people into the ruck. But it's one button less to press. That guy was offside. Referee, what's going on here? Why did you allow that? Oh, I can now see the outline for this team. Are we still on Legendary? Oh, it's on Amateur. Why is it on Oh, it's locked to Amateur. I am correct in saying that I picked the Legendary team, didn't I? Maybe because it's a Legendary team, it automatically changes. Maybe it's got nothing to do with the degree I had it on. Maybe it's classed as like Amateur, but you've upgraded it to Legendary. Or maybe just the Legendary is actually a reference to the team you're playing. Oh, okay. Well, if it's not that and people want to see more like legendary play, we'll. I don't know what you call legendary. It's just legend, but legendary sounds way better. If people want to see more legendary play, we might just stop doing the career for a bit. If people want to see that, we'll just do some other random games of what people want to see. Nami, get over the line. There we are. Score 50 tries. Wow, we're rocking up the try board slowly.
Absolutely, Nick. With that move,
I kind of also want to buy some packs, but I don't have any money. You don't earn money in this game. They've also got rid of the, or from what I can see anyway, they've got rid of the little challenges thing they used to be. Like in Rugby 20, you used to be able to pick 3 challenges before a game, and if you did them successfully, you got bonus SP points. And I can't find them anywhere either. I don't know if they're still in the game. Yeah, good catch there from Millet. Let's. Oh, don't know if I wanted to go right actually, but we got our try at least, so that's a positive. Right, let's spread wide and switch that up. And I'm also going to make my guys go. Wait, where's depth? Line depth. Go a little bit deeper because we're running straight into them in a minute. Oh, nearly managing to get through there. Right, we have to have numbers off to the right now. There we go. Yeah, and again, get it out. Tanami. Oh, the Tsunami, as I'm going to call him now, because he's the only guy scoring tries on our team. He's the Tsunami of tries. Another little miss pass. One more little drop pass. Go on. Rocco Duru, not managing to get there. I forgot what position our Portuguese guy plays in. Was he like one of the centres or is he the fullback? I can't remember. Okay, little pop pass backwards and then right again. Oh no, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted it to look way cooler than that and it just didn't manage to do it. To Zirkzet, to Millet. No, Millet! Come on, Millet! Stand back up, boy. Oh, no, get in there, boys. Oh, I don't know whether to just let this go to... Alright, we're going to go into touch anyway. Again, the UI is more unclear. Yeah, Silent Wraith, yeah, the AI, the UI is poor, and does really need some work. Again, one of those things that I just wonder how it got like past a bunch of testing and a bunch of higher end executive. Like, is there anyone watching now that thinks that the color scheme and the way the UI works in this game is actually good? Maybe I'm being like too nitpicky. I genuinely think it actually looks bad. Like I just think someone didn't put a lot of effort into it. And I feel like if I feel like that, surely someone who's got a couple £100,000 invested in this game would also go, that looks terrible. You need to fix that before you release my game as like an investor or something. But apparently not. Who else we got here? Oh, again, I don't know who's my subs and who isn't. Is he now on? He's now on. Right. It's so hard to read. Right, we can chuck our scrum half on as well. It doesn't seem necessary to swap off fullback. I don't want to take Nami off. Nami's awesome. What's his speed? 69. Oh, our other wing is actually technically better, apparently. Let's put my... They seem to be quite weak on that wing, so we're going to put Busquets on that wing and see how we hold out. Silent Wraith, you definitely preferred Rugby 20's UI menu. Yeah, Rugby 20 had it down. They obviously fired the guy who did Rugby 20's UI and then replaced it with someone who cost them half the price to work there, is what I imagine happened. Oh no, don't pick up the ball. Millet, go on Millet. Keep running. Keep going. Okay, little pop pass here. Little miss pass. No, one more. Yeah. Oh, could have done with going to the guy inside of him. What else we got here? I didn't actually set... Did I set up any of these? Yes, I did, I think. Let's go for a wide out. Let's try and mix it up a bit. Rubens, you bought the game about 30 minutes ago. Already really enjoying it. A lot smoother than Rugby 20. Yeah, I think it is. I think there's a lot more positives to this game than people are going to be giving it credit for. I think in comparison to Rugby 20, I'm loving the difficulty level. I am feeling challenged playing this game, which in Rugby 20, like this, I'm now on a massive defensive from nowhere, and I'm going to let this guy go through. Chase him down! That's really, that's nice. That was one mistake by me because I decided to look at the chat rather than playing the game. Boom, I've just lost 7 points probably. It's so much more intense. It feels so much more realistic. You can't afford to slip up. It makes you feel a little bit more involved with the rugby game, which I really like. I'm definitely leaning towards this game over Rugby 20. They just do a little patch to fix some of the visuals and some of the players. This game is going to actually start to get really, really good. I bet they couldn't have Legendary because of stupid EA license. So some Greek mythology's got a license on the word Legendary. Okay, they've missed that kick. That was weird. I feel like they probably should have got the kick. Maybe this is like... Maybe the legendary team that we've picked is not actually a reference to the difficulty. Maybe it's actually just saying, like, maybe it's actually just a reference to how much more difficult the team is than you in terms of their overall rating. That's all I can think as a thing, maybe. Maybe it's got nothing to do with the difficulty you play on. We obviously are playing on... It can't be amateur, though, because they just scored a point there. That wasn't exactly easy. They really sort of came through and took the advantage there. I don't know. I think maybe the career difficulty is ever so slightly different to the general play difficulty. I think I just launched him. He then actually took me down. Nice of them to add the 50-22 feature. Yeah, absolutely. You know, this game must have already been in production when that rule came into force. A little back pass here. And then a little offload. Nope, couldn't get it to go. So they've had to add that in probably on the fly. They probably weren't ready for that. We have found a little bit of a glitch with the 50-22 of that if you get the ball into their 5-metre line with a 50-22, it will give you the line out within the 5-metre line. So you can literally be like 1 metre out from the try line, which is absolutely not expected. This must be an easier difficulty because they just left that sitting there for ages. I gave up thinking I just lost it, and they left it sitting there. Let's get back over here. Oh, someone's going to need to get on that. Keep pushing him towards the touch line. Play that 16-man rule. Oh yeah. This is definitely there's no way legendary difficulty would have let me get that right. We might finish this game and we might swap back to a couple of the requested games from you guys, just as actually put it on proper legendary just before we finish off for the evening. I've been streaming since 7. My voice is slowly beginning to go. We've been going for a good 2.5 hours now. Bruce, can someone explain the 50-22 rule to me? Yeah, Bruce. So 50-22 is so in rugby when you kick the ball further down the field. You can kick the ball straight out, and it will be a line out if you've kicked it from within your own 22 into touch. If you're outside of your 22, the ball has to bounce into touch in order for it to be a line out where the ball goes out. Otherwise, the line out happens from where you kicked it if it goes out on the full. And the 50-22 rule came in where if you kick the ball from within your own half and the ball bounces into touch within your opponent's 22, rather than it being their line out, it becomes your line out again. And the idea was to try and get people to kick it, open up more room in the game, and try and cut down on injuries was the overall thing. However, from what I've seen of real world like 50-22 rules, it seems to benefit the better team, which I don't necessarily think is the best thing. I have seen the better teams tend to utilise 50-22. They've got more experienced players, they've got the better players, but they definitely make more of an impact for the better players, for the better teams, rather than like I haven't been watching Samoa get any 50-22s, whereas I have been watching Wales, England, Ireland landing 50-22. So I'm not necessarily sure if it's made the game better, but it's a nice little feature, and it's nice that they did add it into the game. Okay, let's go back. You guys feel free to drop down some teams that you want to see. Maybe there was some of the licensed teams you want to see, some of the international teams. I'm just going to double check that this actually is back on Legend now. So there's another thing they can fix. When you come out of career, it automatically puts you onto amateur, which Rugby 20 used to do actually, which was really annoying. Should we play at a different time of day as well? Is there a random function? No, there isn't. That's annoying. I'd quite like it if it was just random. I didn't have to manually choose. Let's do a rainy night. There we go. We'll mix it up a bit. Let's see what teams random people drop down, and I will pick some random teams. Let's do some international games though, rather than club level, because I still haven't actually gone through all the international licensed teams yet. I don't think anyway. I don't know if I've played with France yet. I don't think I've played with Ireland. Oh, Italy. I've got Italy. We're even here. Sailor, you bought the game in like 10 and already have over 11 hours. What, you just haven't stopped, have you? Living on the game. You've got me on a stream on one monitor. You've got the game on another monitor. That's the way to be. Wonder how many I have in a few months. Enjoying it at the minute, to be fair though. Yeah, absolutely. I think I saw the event schedule that the difficulty varied based on the opposition team. Yeah, so I think that's what it is, Jake. I think it's more you put yourself in a more difficult situation to play a more difficult team on an easier difficulty. Oh, Japan versus New Zealand. Silent Wraith is just desperate for me to lose a game. That's what this is. I can see that. Go on then. Okay. Let's do Japan, New Zealand. Why? No, not in white. Put him in black. Why would you do that? Don't do that. We're in basically white. Okay, let's do that. We'll play on a rainy night as well. That'll make it a little bit more fun as well. And we will throw off. I think the 50-22 is to deter kicking. Teams drop more players back to defend it, which means they're... yeah. I mean, there was a lot of rules. Different people have claimed why. The main thing was, I think they introduced it as an idea to reduce head impacts because they were saying so many people were involved in tackles. They're trying to reduce the amount of tackles in a game. So adding a 50-22 in means that more teams are more likely to kick it more rather than running it at a player, which was like the official, rugby reasoning behind it. But I'm sure there's plenty of other reasons why. I'm sure to try and make it a bit more respectful. I've certainly seen games where you just watch kicking tennis. But I think that some of the lesser teams or some of the tier 2, tier 3 nations are going to struggle with that 50-22 once it begins to be implemented a bit more. We still don't really see it used a great deal, even in like the Six Nations stuff. Teams aren't really landing it, but too many teams have too many good wingers and fullbacks to be able to cover the backfield a bit too easily. Someone said Italy versus Japan, and IG also said play Italy. Okay, so we'll do this one, and then afterwards we won't do Japan again. I'll play as Italy. We'll pick someone else to play against Italy. I'm literally switching between windows. Yeah, literally, like I said. They should make it so that in the career mode we can have our own names, create a club, use a real club, not create a club, have transfers like FIFA. Yeah, absolutely. The name thing is weird. It was one of the biggest requests from Rugby 20 was in the create a club menu to be able to name your club. It was weird that they didn't add it in the first place because you think like that's quite standard. It was strange that they didn't add it in to begin with. But then on top of it, yeah, you can't see which players they're highlighting. That's a lot of fun. I quite like that on Legendary difficulty. They fell for my trap. There we go. Get it out, Sato. Oh no. So, yeah, it was weird they didn't do the name. And then they came into this game, and I thought, well, that's got to be the first thing you would change, isn't it? Surely. Surely with all of the complaints they had about the club level not being able to be named, it's the first thing you change. They then went and added names, but then made them... like, you choose one of 6 names. It's like, why? No, I don't... Like, my created team for this game now is called the Champions. That's a bit of a sucky name, isn't it? I know it's, like, the best, but, like, still. That's like... It's a bit sucky. I guess their reasoning is they don't want people to put like, swear words or anything like that in. Maybe that's the thing. Oh, people invite me to party. People want me to play games. What are they doing? I feel like they could have just done it so that you could, even the initials. I think you can do stuff like you can have people. If it's 3 letters, you're ASS, you're there, and you back in like Pac-Man days of putting rude words on a machine. Come on, get in the mall, get in the mall. There we go. Right. Oh, I tried to break the line quickly then just to mess up with them. Let's keep going. Oh, is my defense spread wide? No, yes, it is. So yeah, I wish they'd done that. In terms of the club transfers, I actually have no idea because you can do the leagues and you can play in the Ultimate Rugby Championship. You can play in the leagues, but I haven't actually played one yet to see whether you can make transfers and stuff. What a terrible offload! Well done to 5 Feet for covering that one back up. That was outrageous. Matsushima's on. Is Matsushima on our left wing? I feel like I want that the other way around.
Control the ball and can go wide.
The referee says that's
I'm just going to double check I actually did that correctly because I feel like Will Jordan plays 14 in this game, and I don't know who's on the other wing actually for New Zealand, but I feel like I'm making much more room up this wing. Like right now, I've got that overlap. I feel like if I can get Matsushima onto that wing. I can actually try and make some room around the outside. Wow, these guys. This is like really playing New Zealand. I just can't get a ruck. I'm winning the Jackals. I've got 2 men in compared to their 1. And still not working.
Oh, look at that offload. That's
Oh, that nearly, if that had come off, it would have been something special.
That means when play stops, it'll be the end of the
Yeah, so what was we saying? In terms of the transfers, yes, the transfers, yeah. Maybe you are able to do transfers of players from teams. Personally, I would like it to be that the career mode, you could actually like look for players. I would like official signings. So although in Rugby 20 they had the ability for like random people to like pop up as cards, you could pick them and then you could spend an outrageous amount of in-game currency on adding them to your team. I would quite like it if they did instead that you could say it's now the transfer window and you could go onto an actual club and like put a bid in for a player they have. And that way you could sign players you want from actual clubs and add them to your own creator club. I think that'd be fun. I'm trying to read the chat at the same time. This probably wasn't a good move. Oh, look at Koo on the go. Oh, that's a yellow card. Get him off. 5 feeter. Oh, advantage over. Yeah, he only killed him. it's like watching the Undertaker do a little... oh no, get in. Where's Matsushima? Why is Matsushima not on my wing? What was I saying there? Yeah, it's like watching him doing a heavy wrestling move. Apparently that's fine. Oh, has he got another knock on? I mean, we've got advantages for days here. Luke, how much is it? So I'm playing it on the Xbox. I picked it up for £45 on the Xbox, so I pre-ordered it. If you're going to be getting it on the Xbox, I recommend going onto the Xbox Marketplace for a digital copy, because you can get the Xbox One and Xbox Series X all rolled up into one bundle for £5 cheaper than I paid for it on disc, which is outrageous, and I feel like Rugby 22 owe me a refund. We believe from the chats people have been saying that it's actually cheaper on Steam, and not just like a bit cheaper, considerably cheaper, like what, like almost half price? Not quite half price, but a good sort of 30-40% off. So if you've got a PC or a laptop that can handle it on Steam, absolutely go check it out on Steam, because you might find it to be a little bit more inside different people's budgets and stuff, and I would much rather spend £15 less and start this game. If this game came out for £30, I would be so happy. This game would be such a good game. No, don't give the offload there. Oh man, it's my own fault, and I'm loving it. I'm smiling by doing stupid stuff because I like they've added into a game that it punishes you for being terrible. Rugby 22 was too handholdy. You could mess up terribly and it would just still allow you to get away with it. Not in this game. Go on, Saito. Oh, this corner's got to come. How, ref? How is he not offside? Outrageous. How much is that on PS4? No idea. I imagine it falls under the same category as Xbox. So, I don't know why that's my lineup. I'm pretty sure it's their lineup. I feel it must be about the same price it is on Xbox as well. Or maybe there's a discount on a PlayStation Store. Not sure. I know they've had a lot of trouble today with actually getting the game onto the PlayStation Store, so wouldn't hold your breath too much with the sort of price drops anyway. Oh, Matsushima, here we go. Find the gap. See, like that, I love that. A little bit of running play. It feels realistic. You manage to get a player into a gap, and you can actually make really good yards by running through their players. Oh no, oh no, no! Again, probably shouldn't have happened, but my player decided to run backwards. No, we got the tackle. Looks like we're going down. Ardi Sarvea outrang my fullback. Ardi Sarvea's got some legs on him. A better selection of teams when buying card booster packs, and maybe to have new tabs like in FIFA Career Mode. Yeah, I'm not too versed on FIFA, so unfortunately I won't be able to talk about that. But yeah, I mean they've added new features into the pack opening. The idea of picking specifically backs or forwards, I really like that. That's what I've wanted loads in Rugby 20. So I'm glad they've done that. Just the cost angle for me would be, did that go in? That looked a bit close. Yeah, I think the cost could probably be a bit less just to actually build teams. I guess the idea is to build up to it, but it does feel like there's quite a lot to achieve there. My Georgia versus Wales Nations Cup just crashed and I can't do anything. Yeah, I've only had 2 crashes and they were right at the start of the day after installing. which both of them came at the end of the game. After the game was over, final whistle blown, rather than loading to the outro sort of video they do, it went straight to this. It just sort of froze on a screen. The commentary carried on, but everything else crashed. That was my 2 crashes. I haven't had it crash since then. Oh, luckily, I'm really glad it hasn't crashed through the stream, to be fair. I mean, it's working hard. Again, I'm playing on disc, not digital, so that might be helping it a bit, because a disc is probably slightly more stable than online. Wow, look at that for a pass. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted the guy on the inside. Oh, no. He's kicked it straight out. Again, nice to see the AI on Legendary difficulty. Don't mess about. If they're winning the game in the 18-minute hits, kick it straight out. That's what happens in real life. It's rubbish, and I hate teams that do it in real life, but it's nice they've added it into the game. How many points was it? That many. Yeah. It's 36.4% cheaper on Steam. Sailor Wraith, are you like a human calculator? You love him. Any maths question will come up today, you just smashed it out of the park. The game is $41.74 on Xbox. It's the download for Xbox. Yep. $44.99 on PS Store. Oh, really? So it's actually more expensive on PlayStation in digital. That's interesting. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Right, what do we say for this, guys? We said Italy. I was going to do Italy, wasn't I? I need another team. Who've we not seen international? I don't even know. Have we done Wallabies tonight? I don't know if we've done Wallabies. Wallabies, Fijians, France. Oh, Georgia. We haven't done Georgia. I can't remember if we've done Ireland. There's too many teams to keep track of who we've already played. We've definitely done Japan. We've played against New Zealand. We haven't played as New Zealand. Max D, there's a website that has it on sale for £33. Yeah, I'd be very careful with sites like that, unless it's a website you know, or you've used before. I did see when it first ever came out for pre-order, there was 2 or 3 places that were selling it at like £25, whereas like reputable game stores had it at £45. And I'm a bit suspicious of stores like that you're not actually buying the game, you're about to get swindled. So if it's a site you've used before and you know about it, I mean things, I don't know, like CD keys and stuff, I know I've used before. If it's cheaper on there, maybe. But yeah, I saw a couple of, like Total Games with thekids.com. It's like, yeah, that's not a real site. That's gonna hack your bank account. Don't buy it from them. Make sure you stay safe when you're buying stuff, rather than it's worth spending a bit more to not have your credit card details sent off to Russia. What should we do, guys? Anyone got a particular team they want to see? I'm just sort of flicking through at the minute. Do we do Scotland? I can't even remember. So I think the options we've got are, we've got Australia, Fiji, France, and Georgia, and maybe Ireland, I think, of ones we haven't seen so far. I think we want someone rated higher than me. Or maybe we actually did see the Wallabies. Maybe I did see the Wallabies. Oh, it's because we did, it was in the World Cup we did against the Wallabies, wasn't it? I don't know. Right, no one's put anything in the chat. I will pick one at random. France. Let's do France, not in blue. Absolutely not in blue. Let's do it on there. The Steam normal price is $34.99. The Steam sale price is $27.99. Oh, that's painful to me. It's great for you guys. That's I didn't read the question. I just pushed a button. Yeah, wow. Yeah, so it's £13 off. Nothing wrong with that. £13 paying for your pizza. We had some people eating pizza earlier on. get yourself a nice little pizza from a shop or something. Couple of wedges. A little chocolate brownie on the side, get it all on the go. Do that while you're playing Rugby 20. Pay the same amount as I paid for it on disc. Go crazy. Oh man, what time are we on now? Well, it's getting a little bit late. We might do this game, then one more game, and then I think I'll call it an evening there for the guys, because we are coming up to the 3-hour mark now. This has been a long stream for me. I think the longest stream I've done before this was like an hour and a half, so my voice is slowly beginning to feel the strain a little bit. Alrighty. Italy versus France. Oh, we're still in this park. I can't get out of this park. Garbisi. I haven't actually looked at the Italian character models. Does he look like Garbisi? It's got a bit of a Garbisi vibe on the go. Right, let's go for a big bomb. Start off. Oh, we can get under this. Yeah, Marco Fusè. Okay, oh, they're going to kick it straight away. Now, I'm not sure how good the Italians are going to be at being able to deal with some of the ruck pressure. Minozzi, let's kick that back down the field.
Well taken.
Well, that's going dead. That was a weird decision by them. Oh, it nearly bounced in. Are you sponsored by Domino's? No, I don't know, not me. Who else? Someone was eating pizza. Who was eating pizza before? I can't remember who it was. Was it Tom? Someone was eating pizza before. I'd love a pizza. I actually wanted a scrum there. I didn't want to do this. Well, looks like we're doing this. Oh, yeah, right. Hey, I tell you what, if you can get a pizza from Domino's for £13, then good on you. I don't think there's such a thing, is there? Can you buy Can you buy just toppings? Is that how you make it £13? Oh, get in there, boys. Here we go. Right, come on. Oh, Stephen Varn, he's got a lot of work to do there. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, my goodness. Italy are going to struggle here. Hang on. Let's move our depth. No. Shut down the defensive pressing a little bit here because we're going to get... Look how wide they are. Good tackle. Good job. Yep, get it. Oh, my God. I still can't get that. France certainly enjoying their box kicks. We'll take that one as it goes to touch. Do you reckon Wales can win the Six Nations this year? I mean, I said no last year, and they did. So, you know, the joy of the Six Nations is that, you know, any team can win if they just turn up and things go their way and they put the effort in. I think I did do the prediction video, which was done before they announced the teams. Oh no, that all went terribly wrong. That is literally just me going through the games as like a pure guesswork of who's going to win. Looking at the games that Wales have, you know, 3 home games is normally really good for them. But I think the thing that Wales are going to struggle with this year is mainly going to be the injury concerns. Wales, I just don't think, for whatever reason, they have a lot of talented players, but the depth just doesn't feel quite as good as, say, France or Ireland, or even England is beginning to move up to some deeper teams now. So I think they're going to struggle. Mainly because of the injury. Oh, no. Oh, good sidestep. Good try. Is it Teddy Thomas? No. Doesn't exist. Gregory Aldrich. Wow, he's got some speed on him. Yeah, I think Wales are going to struggle again. And the leadership qualities as well. You know, I still need to double check. I think Alan Wynne, Tipperick, Navidi. Is Ken Owens out with something now as well? You know, there's a lot of very senior players that gel a team together who are out for Wales, unfortunately. So yeah, I think they're going to struggle, but it's worth. I would actually prefer to see it go the other way. I would rather than put a lot more youth players on. Maybe get some people that are uncapped and almost sort of sack off the Six Nations a little bit, just to help blood a few new players and get them a bit more ready for the World Cup next year. But I don't think that's going to be the way to go, and you can't really blame Pivac for not doing that because jobs on the line, can't really afford to be doing that. But yeah, I'm not sure I see them being able to win it. I think they'll beat Italy. I think the Scotland game will be a really good game. I think that one actually could go either way. But I think Wales at home, if it's full stadium, full crowds, there's no reason they couldn't look to win that one. Even though I think Scotland are on the up and up at the minute. I don't think they'll beat Ireland. I don't think they'll beat France, but that comes down purely to if France are in form and not just going to throw the game away. Which you never know what France is going to turn up on a day. So yeah, I think that one might be a bit tight. I don't see them beating England, unfortunately. I think England moving back to being a little bit more conservative. Eddie Jones had his big attacking rugby a year, 2 years ago now. He's now moved back a bit more to being like, let's make sure we win this game. We saw it against South Africa. I think England in Twickenham might be a bit too much to ask for this year. But yeah, no, I have my fingers crossed for Wales that they can at least turn up and show off some good games. If they can beat the Scotland team, I'd be happy with that. And if they can beat France, maybe at home, maybe there's a chance they could take that one as well. I think they would probably have a good year. But again, they won last year, and people heckled them like they were doing a terrible. So, I don't know. You're going to lose either way, I think. So you reckon Italy would win? Absolutely. Italy Grand Slams coming in. Telling you now. Put money on it. Don't put money on it, whatever you do. Imagine £13 of just toppings for 13 quid. Yeah, it's probably like 5 slices of pepperoni. Domino's are expensive. Luis Zamet is class in Rugby 22. Yeah, he's awesome. He is awesome in this game, which he is in real life, to be fair. Again, they've had quite good consistency between real life players and putting them in the game. Will Jordan is a bit of an animal on the pitch, and in this game he really carves through teams as well. So I think they've got a lot of the player bases correct. I do believe they take the stats of the players from rugbypass.com, or at least that's what they did for Rugby 20. The only problem with that is that they just never updated the stats, so it's why like Rhys Zammit in Rugby 20 had a speed of like 72, because I think the stats were taken from 2018 when he was about 17 years old and and not quite enhanced enough. So they need to update the stats as they're going, and I think that would be nice. But yeah, there's a couple of players that are really standing out to me so far in this game. Rhys Zammit's looking good. Will Jordan's looking good in this game.
Number 9 puts the ball in.
What's his name? The Australian winger, Callaway. Callaway's got some good speed on him as well. I think there's a couple of wingers. If you're doing a created team, there's definitely a couple of people you probably want to aim for over others in order to create like a really solid custom team. If you're into playing the online multiplayer and what have you, then yeah, I think there's a couple of players you want to be targeting. Cheslin Colby, apparently, because he's in the game somewhere. We don't know where, but he is in the game. Oh no! Get back onside. Monty Ioane, what are you doing? Good tackle. I'm struggling to get anywhere in this. I might be a little bit outside my reach. Italy versus France with what is the point score difference? Like 15 points on the team ratings. This might be a bit too much. Right, come on, Federico Mori. Oh look, and he's still covered it. Wow, there's fullback. Who is the fullback for France in this game? Is it Dulan or is it Boutier? I don't actually know who it is. Again, another nice little touch they could do is add your opponent's names under their players. I don't know who any of their players are. I know the French players, but I don't know who just made that tackle then. I'd like to know because I'd like to know if the scrum half was involved in a tackle. I would like to know. It's probably worth now. Look, that was a great pass. It's probably worth looking to see if there's any guards on the rucks, because if there's no scrum half in there, no one fast, you might be able to outrun some of the forwards. If someone intercepts the ball like then, I would like to know who had the ball, so I know whether or not I could actually chase it. Oh yeah, so it was a lock, and then a prop. Yeah, maybe I could have chased that one down a little bit more, but I thought it was a winger, so I'm running in the wrong way. So Tom, you just Ken was on the back injury. Tom said you just lost 57-33 to Samoa. Ooh, that's a high scoring game. Wow. That's mad. I think the highest scoring game I've had so far was like 25 points to something. I don't think I've managed to get that.
In touch.
Oh, in touch. We'll take that. That's a good. We found the downside of the 50-22 rule being in here, is that if you do a 50-22 from a kickoff, apparently you still get the line-up. I don't believe that's a real rule, but it's awful. Awful. Why did I push that button then? Terrible. I put myself in a great position. I mean, it's probably about right. I didn't deserve to have that line out anyway. But certainly an issue there.
Ball safely taken.
Okay. Minozzi going through Garbisi. Oh, couldn't get the offload there. Go. Stephen Varney. Someone on the outside. Get it out wide. Fischetti. Oh, someone give it to the winger. There were so many people. And you've turned it over. How have you turned it over from there? We were all over that.
This is going to be a real struggle.
One thing that I am finding tougher in this game than in Rugby 20 is intercepting. I'm actually finding it quite tough to time my run of a player to intercept the ball mid-pass. Oh, they're going to kick that straight out. Oof, that's a hefty loss. Legendary is difficult. France versus Italy. Painful game. I'm glad I'm losing, though. I'm glad I can finally play a rugby game where I know I can get beaten. And I'm not just going to play as Namibia and beat New Zealand all day long. The Pro D2. Oh, no, I don't know. I do not know a lot about Pro D2. Press A. No. Don't know. What someone said there?
when you play Six Nations game on Rugby 22 after the real life games? When, if you play, will you be playing on Pro or Legendary difficulty? I'll be doing all the games Silent Wraith for the Six Nations because I play the game and I talk about the actual teams that have been announced. That's how I do the preview videos. For those games, I'll probably knock it down to Pro, just because I'm finding I'm having to focus a lot. As you can probably tell by how much I'm reading the chat in comparison to playing the game. I'm having to really focus on the game, and if I'm talking about actual Six Nations teams, I don't want to be, hyper focused on the game. I'd like to be able to freely talk, because I've got to look at another screen to talk about the players, who's been announced to be playing in the game and stuff. So, I'll probably knock it down to Pro for those sorts of ones. If it's still too difficult to do it side by side, I don't mind not knocking it down to the semi-pro. But at the minute, I haven't found Pro necessarily hard to play against, but it's just more of a fun challenge. Right, guys, we're going to do one more. We'll do one more game. We've just gone past the 10 o'clock mark. I've just gone past the 3-hour mark. We're going to do one more game, and I don't even know who people want to see. I kind of want to play as Australia. The only problem is if I play as Australia, I feel like there's not a great deal of teams that are higher rated than me. Is there any teams that anyone want to see before we end the stream tonight? What's two teams people actually want to see? If there's some that people mention that we've already played as, I might pick some other ones, but we'll have a look if anyone wants to see any particular game. Keno asks, is the game worth buying? Keno, yeah, absolutely up to you. It depends what you want to see from a game. We said it a couple of times on the stream tonight. If you've got a PC that can handle it, get it on Steam. It's, what do we say, £13, £14, £15 cheaper on Steam. If not, you're picking it up on console. If it's on Xbox, get it on the Xbox Marketplace rather than the disc, because it's cheaper there. I think if a lot of people already own Rugby 20, I can see the price point being a bit annoying, because this game is just Rugby 20 again, but better. But if you don't own Rugby 20, I think I wouldn't mind if I never owned Rugby 20, paying the sort of £45 for this. Just to play this game. I think it's a good game, but Rugby 20 to this game, I think it maybe would have been nice had they have said, if you already own Rugby 20, this game is £25, and it upgrades. I think that probably would have been better, but it's your own interpretation of what you want from a game to judge on if you think it'd be worth buying. I think the gameplay is sound. I think it's much better than Rugby 20. The difficulty of the AI is much better. It's, there's less licenses, and the visual look currently is not the best, but wait to see what they do with updates. Oh yeah, true, we didn't do Scotland. I remember people saying about Scotland at the start. We'll do Scotland. I'll do Scotland. We've already done a couple of Ospreys games. Trying to read through the list. Scarlets, we've already played as Scarlets. Benetton. Oh, maybe I should play as Benetton. I'd like to win a game. I feel like I've lost the last 3 games because it's on Legendary. Max Aid, how do you drop your backline to drop deeper in game? Do you mean just be deeper, or as in while you're in live play? If you go into the team management, Mac, you can go into the tactics. Forget how awful the screen looks. When you are looking at some of these things, you can drop your wingers into a penetrating mode. You drop your 11 and 14 further back. They'll tend to stand behind the outside players. You can drop them back that way. You can pull your fullback far or close if you want to do something like that. Have a look through some of the pass chains if you want to create a deeper sort of platform. There's a bunch of different ones you can go for. I've just realised I quite like the B. For anyone who's very new to the game, doesn't know a lot about sort of stuff like this. Personally, for me, this is the setup I tend to go for. I find it finds gaps in the defence very, very well. If you're talking about in-game, when we drop in-game now, I'll quickly show off how to do that. Looks like we're playing in the rain again. Oh, in fact, I can change that. Can I? Let's do a rainy day. There we go. Very fun. And we'll play in a big stadium for the final game. Forgotten who the teams were. But there we go. Yes, in-game, as in your 10 or pods of forwards. Okay, yeah, I'll try my best to sort of show off what I know you can do in the game. It's not quite as in-depth as like Rugby 2011 in terms of being able to sort of put players where you want them to be. But there's definitely things you can do. Richard, are there any player packs like in Rugby 20? Yeah, there's loads of packs. In fact, the pack system is better in this game. They've changed the pack system now from it being just picking random teams and random sort of sections of players. You can now specifically pick backs. You can pick forwards. All of the players are rated out of 3 stars. You can pick packs that are rated out of those stars. So if you're after a specific winger and you know it's like a 3-star winger, you can specifically go for a 3-star backs pack, which will massively cut down on the amount of packs you need. The only problem in this game is that the packs are way more expensive, so unfortunately it probably take you longer to buy multiple packs. But I think the pack system is generally better. Oh, they've Scotland got like an actual whole visual look for their team in those photos. They had like the little backboards behind their heads and everything. Does any other team have that? Oh no, they do have that on every team. I've just not noticed that because we haven't been playing any of the international teams. Cool. That's a nice touch. I still don't like the colour scheme, but I like the idea of the little headboard thing. Right, here we go. Right, Finn Russell to start off. I got to remember about the deep play for Mac there. So we'll kick the ball off. So you see Mac. So where are we to now? I got to remember which way around it is. So if you press the down button on a controller, you pick your defensive pressing. You can literally make them shorter or longer depending on where the arrows are. That's how far back they'll stand from the attacking line when you're in the defensive line. If I can try and turn the ball over somewhere. So if you're tending to find when you're playing the game that they're making a lot of ground or they're getting past your defence an awful lot, it's worth when you're sort of getting in like this now. You can move your defensive pressing. You can put them a little bit further back. And that way your defence will just drop back that little bit more and allow you to work. In terms of the... I'm just going to spread my attack wide there. And then it works exactly the same for the defensive side of stuff as well. Oh, Sam Johnson got some speed on him. You can... wait, where is it? Downwards, yeah. Downwards, you can now move your line depth. You can move your line depth upwards or backwards with the LBRB. And you can actually set your players. You'll see how they sort of move a little bit. You've also got Y, which prepares your kicker, which isn't always the kicker. It's a random person. It'll highlight one, and then if you want to, you can drop back with both buttons. Both on Xbox is LBRB. I don't know what it is on PlayStation. L1 and R1 probably. And you can pass directly backwards to your fly half in order for him to sort of drop back in the pocket almost. Very useful for when you're going for things like drop goals. But for general kicking, can sometimes go a bit wrong and you can get a scrum half or a fly half sort of stuck out in the middle of nowhere getting absolutely hammered. As Darcy Graham... Oh, sorry, that was my fault, Darcy. I should have absolutely given you a bit more time there to work with. We'll quickly swap back to this. Richard, thanks, mate. Yeah, no worries, Richard. Yeah, I mean, this is what I want to get more people talking about this game. I've been highly impressed with this game, and I've got a feeling a lot of people are going to be quite negative about it. So I would like to try and be a bit of a voice of reason and try and get some people to talk positive about this game. Look at all these bunched up players. Right, so we'll go for a cheeky drop goal here. Finn Russell. Beautiful, just like that, and that's how you drop your fullback in. So that was pressing the Y button, drops your fullback back, and then it's the LBRB. Passes the ball directly backwards to your fly half in order to get them to drop back. Makes the drop goals way easier. It's actually really hard to defend. Is one thing if you're playing online. Oh, look at Sam Johnson. That's why I pick the B option for the 1-1 or the 1-3-3-1 in the attack, because I just find it opens up so many holes the way the players are organised. Go on, George Turner, get it out. Duan van der Merwe going to go through you. Boosh! Take a seat! Duan van der Merwe, what a beast. Let's keep going. Hamish Watson still going strong. Still trying to make those yards up. Let's go through. Let's go, Christie. Saw it coming. Hand off again. We'll go over. Oh, no. Did he get it? No. He tried to reach. That could hit the post. Yep, hit the post. We'll take it. We'll take a scrum from there. Full confidence. Got to go over the scrum. Let's do this. Come on. Come on, Scotland. Powerful scrum now. One thing that I've never been very good at is actually organising the set plays for a scrum. I find it really hard to do. So like now, let's just do the 8-9. While you're trying to focus on this, like how does it work? How does that work? I've always found them really hard. The players are highlighted of who's going to run the line, but it's the scrum half that picks up the ball. And I always find the set plays from scrums don't really work very well. There's no way to get the number 8 to pick up the ball there, but the actual thing is
It's an 8-9 pass. The idea is the number 8 to pick up the ball and then offload it to your 9 and go around the outside. However, it doesn't work because your scrum half's the one that always picks up the ball from the back of a scrum. If anyone knows anything about that, feel free to drop it down in the chat, because it might be something I've missed terribly through all my time of playing through Rugby 20 and Rugby 22. Finn Russell getting those kicks over. Oh, it's half-time. I didn't even realise. Okay, half-time. Everyone's stamina's looking good. We'll take that in.
And the kick-off to mark the start of the second half.
Okay, Sam Skinner makes some room up there. Chris Harris can't manage to get through. There's got to be room on this left wing there. We'll go for a miss pass. Yes, Darcy Graham. Oh, tried to go around the outside. Sorry, tried to go too much. Too much for Darcy Graham.
Throw the ball back in.
Yes, now we're back on Legendary. We've lost the icon for their players, so we can't see where they're jumping. I actually wish one thing they would fix in those line-out situations is, if you could see then on that line-out, I completely mistimed my line-out, but I got the quick time event because I've got relatively good reaction speeds, and yet I won the line-out. I think they need to just tweak sort of how soon after their jumper jumps you're allowed to jump and still get that quick time. And instead, it should just be you lose the line out. You didn't match their jumper. You lose the line out. Is how I think it should be. I think it's a bit easy to just steal them by not even going for the jump properly and just doing the quick time event and getting very good at quick time events. Oh, there's room for Hamish Watson there. Can he get a little offload? No, he can't. Oh, good move through there. Okay, we need some room. We haven't got a lot of room. Is my defence set wide again? I don't even know.
Fresh move here, Ben. Something new.
We are set pretty wide. Let's go. Here we go.
No, not quite. This time it doesn't.
Oh, Stuart Hogg gets taken down again. Okay, let's swap it wide again. The other way. Matt Fagerson. Oh no! What are you doing, Matt? Don't do that to me. Try and get my players to run over. All my players running like crabs, running sideways. No idea what's going on. Right, okay. Oh no, Ali Price, don't pick up the ball. Okay, right. Let's just take this in for a minute. Who's my scrum half here? It just came out of the middle. Apparently that's fine. Let's get in here. What are we saying? I was never able to get those 8-9 moves to work. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever successfully got one done. I think the scrum is also a bit hectic because you've got to. Oh no! Because you've got to input the scrum. You've also got to do the ball thing as it's moving around in the scrum. You've got to match that, and then you've also got to then arrange the set play in the same time, which doesn't really slow down speed. Oh no! And then at the same time, you've got to land the actual set play at the same time, which is a really big ask. I'm going to run really wide. Take him down! It only took 4 players. Oh, okay, hang on. We got to try and get some breathing room here. Let's just get this out. Oh my goodness, it didn't go into touch. Apparently I got an achievement for something as well. I don't know what I did. Not in my backyard. Oh, and I've given them the advantage as well. I actually want to try and get this ball while they've got the advantage. There we go. I want to see if they'll go for the 3 points and be weird, or kick it to touch and go for the 7. They've gone for the scrum? Okay, not that bad. In Rugby 20 they would have taken the 3 points all day long there and just taken a loss, which would have been really weird, and it used to really annoy me. So on Legendary difficulty they are fixing that a little bit. They are actually going for maybe what they think is their strength. Again, so we're not talking about actually tonight, the mud on the kits. What a lovely touch. What a nice thing to add into a game like this. I completely missed it in a lot of the trailers and stuff when I was talking about them. And I realised afterwards, like, oh, I didn't actually realise they've added, like, dirt and mud onto the kits as the game's been going on. So that's cool. I like that. Why did I not kick the ball straight out? We don't need to, because we're Grant Gilchrist. And he's an animal, and he's still going. Let's go. Oh, that's not the pass I wanted. Keep going. Oh, no, we're going to lose it there in the halfway line. No, don't let them get out of their own 22. Oh, come on. Get with it, boys. Get with it. No, I just can't turn this. Legendary is so difficult in terms of those rucks. Yep, no. Oh, again, I won the jackal. Apparently it meant nothing. Go, 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 go. Good hit. Good hit. No, no! Take him down. Don't let him get through. Right, come on. I'm not kicking it out. We're not doing that. It's the final game. We're not ruining it by just kicking it out. We're going for the try. Come on. If someone could get a pass away, that would be great. If anyone could just pass the ball. Darcy Graham, go on. You got the legs, boy. Oh, no, he hasn't. I feel like why am I so flat? Hang on, where's my... Get up, everyone up. Right, come on. We're going to go for some little one passes. Here we go. One pass, one pass. Grant Gilchrist hitting the line again. That's a nice move. Little one off. Yep, one more. Little one more. And one. No, that wasn't the one I wanted. I want the guy behind him. Duan van der Merwe's going to be absolutely isolated. Luckily, our boys got with him. Ali Price. What's Ali Price's handling in this game? It feels very limited. He really seems to struggle to get that ball away. Right, Stuart Hogg. Yep, go on. Sam Johnson. Come on, boy. Go in there. This is where you want like Hugh Jones or something on the Scotland team, just to do something wild. Is he on my bench? No, I didn't mean to kick. Oh no, I don't want to take him into touch. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. That's a shame. Oh man. Regarding the packs again, are they in the career mode? I'm a bit lost when you just finish a game. Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, we're going to end the stream in a second now, but I'll quickly go over to the packs just because I want to see if I can actually buy a pack. I shouldn't have just kept tapping A. That was stupid of me. We'll check out the packs real quick, and then we'll end off the stream. So I want to buy a pack. What have I got? Like 90 odd thousand? Is that 90 or 80? It's slightly off center on my screen. Because I've got the OBS software capturing it, it makes it ever so slightly too big on my TV, so I can't quite read what it says. It might say 80, it might say like 83 or so, 82, 83. So the pack system is over in fact, so you earn packs one way is through My Missions. In the My Missions section you have these, which I did think when I originally saw them was pretty cool. But I was like, the only problem is I feel like you're going to complete all of these quite easily. So you complete some of them, you get SP points. You complete some of them, you get new stuff for your custom teams. You get new t-shirts for your custom teams. And other times you get packs. Sometimes you just get general point stuff. There is actually 4 pages to this. As much as we've already talked about how bad the UI is in this game. Up the top it says Grid 1. Which almost your eyes don't even see because it just doesn't stand out against the backdrop. There is actually 4 different grids of challenges in this game. So there's a lot to work through in this, but yeah, like I said, so as you can see here, there's an unknown mission there, which I need to do something here, but you can, there's 2 there, you can actually unlock packs for actually completing it. In terms of buying packs, it's over in the My Collection section. And you've got all your cards here. You start off with like a random selection of cards, not really sure why. I think it's just so you can create a team straight from the off without needing to buy packs, but I'm not sure if they're the same for everyone else. Move across one, and you've got the My Booster Packs tab, as it were. This is just where you can see all the packs you've actually unlocked or bought, and that way you can unlock them from there. And finally, on the final one, on the right one, you've got the Buy Booster Packs, which they've done. They've sorted out a lot. So you've got your standard backs, superior forwards. I really hate that they didn't line these up. That's just a bit of OCD on my end. You've got standard, then standard back, then standard forward is down here. Then superior is there, superior back, superior forward. I feel like, and then epic forward, epic back. So I feel like they maybe could have. I mean, would this not have been much simpler to just have 3 rows? And you could have just done that rather than have 2 rows where they're sort of all over the place. But as you can see, the price difference is a lot. They are very expensive. And yeah, I mean, I've been playing pretty much all day today, making videos, doing the stream, playing games. I've got enough to effectively buy 1 pack, or 1 good pack at least. They go along, you can pick all the club level teams. I'm really surprised that anyone would like buy like these like Newcastle and Samoa teams, considering they're unlicensed players, unless for whatever reason those teams actually have really good players in, because they're fake players. But as you go all the way along, you can go into the international stuff is further along the edge. And then they get into the real big boy prices. I mean, personally for me, there was a couple of I would like in my custom team. I would really like to have someone like Will Jordan on the wing. However, 200,000 SP points is mental. So I'm not going to do that. So we'll finish off the evening with buying an Epic Backs pack. That costs 60,000. I can't read how many points I have left. Is that like 20,000? I can't see it. It's slightly off screen for me. And we will get a... what should we get? We don't want to... We'll just get a...
Oh, we can get 2 superior packs. There we go. We'll get another superior pack. Boom, takes me down to 2,000. And we can go over and open some packs. Let's start off with the superiors. Let's open them up. Rory Thornton, Max Llewellyn. I don't know. There's a couple of 70s in there. Oh, an 82 prop. Welcome to my team. Oh, and Saito from the scrum half from Japan. Nice. A couple of them might actually get in my team. We'll do the next one. Ooh, slightly less. Oh, we got a couple of 70s actually in there. That's fine. Scrum half, prop, scrum half. A lot of scrum halves. Wow, we've had like 5 scrum halves out of the 10 players we unpacked. And then finally the epic packs. What's that say? Nakoro Gamer. Yes, I don't like the fake players. Yeah, I don't. I have no idea why. Unless a fake player was genuinely like one of the best players in the game, I have no idea why you'd buy those packs. Let's finish off with the epic packs. Come on, give me Will Jordan. Who we got? Tapia, Quintapia. Vlok. Frederick Vlok? I don't know that name. Is that an actual person? So any South Africans in the chat know that name? I don't know that name. Gary Ringrose, the centre. He can go with the team. Nanai Williams of Samoa. I mean, to be fair, in terms of coverage, fullback, winger, and fly half, that's a pretty good player. And Quintapia will absolutely be going in my team as a 90 centre. So you know, I personally, for me, in terms of the pack buying. I think as you're slowly building up your team, you know, maybe worth looking at here. Personally, given the prices that these are, I think it's worth way more to just buy the epic backs, the epic forwards, and maybe just the epic ones. I mean, epic is 50, you get a mismatch. Maybe I should have got that rather than just the backs, but I think that'll help find some players. But in terms of spending, like, you know, 200,000 is insane. I don't know. I think personally for me, I would rather stick with the epic players, but of course that's completely up to you guys. Right, guys, I'm going to finish off the stream here because we've now been streaming for nearly 3.5 hours. My voice has been absolutely wrecked. If you've enjoyed the stream tonight, make sure to drop it a like, and for anyone who's new to the channel, who's only just seen this channel, who's just joined for the stream, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. The channel's doing really well at the minute. Rugby 22 has been a real boost for the channel, so it's nice to see all of the new subscribers. So I really appreciate everyone that takes the time to join in the live streams. Either drop the like or join as a subscriber is really appreciated. But I hope you've all enjoyed today, guys. I will try and arrange a Rugby 22 stream again because a lot of people seem to want another one. So I'll try and work out how to get around to that at some point. But I hope you all enjoyed today, guys. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.